Hello and welcome to the first ever Tales of the Unaccepted. This is where I, Budgie, talk to supporters from other teams about their experiences at either the London Stadium or at Upton Park as an away supporter against WeStHaM. Now, in my first episode tonight or today, I'm going to be bringing on someone who's very special to me. It's my brother. It's my brother Kevin. I'll let him do the full intro when I bring him in. But this is a guy, obviously, I've known all my entire life, and I'm a West Ham supporter. He's a Chelsea supporter, but I'll let him do the intro himself.
So I went outside on the fields with my uncle while he was mowing the grass and that, and we used to chat to some of the kids around. Really got friends with a couple of the lads on one that played their football at Walsey Flats, and it was West Ham Town was the first team I played for. Just a small.
They invited you to come and play with them, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I went training a couple of times with them through getting to know these couple of lads, and then it was we got into it a bit, and then we played for a team that was slightly higher up the leagues, East Ham United. And they were really good side. At the time, they were up and coming, a lot of them. So yeah, I joined that side and started playing with.
So you have worn claret and blue then?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
I've worn it a couple of times. I used to play locally here in Crawley for a company called Duracell that played in claret and blue as well.
Right.
I didn't mind putting the shirt on because I was always scoring goals.
But there you go. Shame it weren't this shirt. But then, also, like you said the other just a minute ago about us having a decent chance in Europe. I mean, equally, we're showing that we've got a decent chance in domestic competition as well. Where
no reason on earth why you don't finish fourth. If you can string a patch with no defeats, I mean, the draws do help a lot, but obviously winning games, well, you've beaten two of the best sides, well, three of the best sides in the country, or you've given a good account yourself at least. So no one to fear. I think your problem is you take lower teams lightly. That's how come they get round you.
You already know who it is. You already know.
Out of Swansea, and we're just chatting away, mate. And all of a sudden, all the fucking windows came through in the train. There was about 50 bricks come out the train and took out every fucking window in that carriage.
Oh God!
Fucking jeez, there was glass just flying everywhere.
Oh man!
These bricks coming through the window. I mean, what the fuck? So we were doing that.
Yo, I didn't know I could have that as like a backup thing still. That's dope. That's new. I didn't even plan that. I had that like and then it went. And why did it go? And then Budgie's here. What are you doing? What is the deal? What is up, my man? Are you good? Can you hear me? Can you hear? How did we get that? What's that? No, this guy. No,
There you go.
don't
There you go.
don't let Budgie at it because Budgie will come up with some different things. I had the crowd, and then the crowd came into like the overlay thing. Weird.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Budgie?
What? I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm really good. Yeah, it's been quite a pleasant afternoon for me. I've had a little snooze, and yeah, I've had the house to myself since about 5 o'clock. That's been great. It has been great.
Tell them about the cheeseburger though, man. Tell them like Wally World is in the building. Big up Wally World, but tell them about the
Good evening,
cheeseburger.
Wally.
Wally World would love to know about the cheeseburger you had for Din Dins
Okay,
tonight, man.
so yeah, I'm kind of, you know, normally when I order a cheeseburger, you know, you just get the cheeseburger how you get it. But when I make them at home, you know, I have the big quarter-pound patties, and they're quite thick. The ones I get, they're really nice. So what I do is I open them up with a knife, and I make a pocket inside, and I stuff it with mozzarella cheese. Then I
What?
refill the burger, and then I
What?
lightly fry them for, you know, until they're golden brown on both sides, turning them frequently, whack them in a
Oh,
toasted bun with onions
yeah,
and English mustard,
that's
maybe a
what I was
little
gonna say.
sprinkling of mozzarella on top, and
That's what I was gonna
that is it.
say.
That is
It's
all
it's
I
it's
need.
it's all about the toppings, but it's like keeping the toppings simple. So you taste
Yeah.
the burger and you taste the cheese and the salt and pepper on the burger, like
Mm.
and a bit of extra cheese on top. Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, mate. It was really nice, you know.
Yeah.
Really, really nice. And, you know, I used nice, really crispy red onion as well. So, you know, it looked as good
Oh,
as it tasted, you know. It was like, really, really was good, man.
yeah.
Yeah, well, it tasted hanging, mate. I swear it was really good. Really, really good. But, I mean, I would imagine that yourself. Oh, good evening, disabled team, by the way. Um,
Yes, sir.
I would imagine a man like yourself and a man like Lawrence and that you probably make your own burgers with steak or something and mince it and then
No, not
make
even
your
no,
own
just
burgers
mince.
and
Just
stuff
mince.
even maybe. But you
No,
know, like
mince and onion. That's it. Mince and onion and some seasoning, and that's it.
and,
That's
that's it. Just a bit of egg to
it's
hold it
simple.
together, man.
Tonight though,
But
we stretched it out tonight though. We stretched it out. So you know how you have your Christmas dinner, and then on Boxing Day you have the cold Christmas
yeah,
dinner with all the pickles.
yeah,
So
man,
we didn't
yeah.
have that last night. We didn't have the Boxing Day dinner with like the pickles and all the like cold meats and all that. So we stretched it out. So last night, me and my father, we got the tin of tomatoes, put some ham in that, had that. It was to die for. And then tonight we had the Boxing Day dinner. You know all about the Boxing Day dinner. And we had the Boxing Day
Yeah.
dinner tonight. So we had your Branston, we had your piccalilli, we had your red cabbage, we had your gravy, we had
Oh,
your turkey, we had your
mm,
ham, we had your mashed potato, we had
love that.
your butter
Love
in the mashed
that.
potato with the gravy on top. Yo, it was madness, dog.
Love that. Love it.
Oh, that's that.
Um,
I like that.
so
I like that more than Christmas dinner. I like that more than I like the leftovers more
yeah,
than Christmas
yeah.
dinner.
That's great, isn't it?
Oh, it's
Mark
lovely,
R's
man.
in the house.
Yes,
Mark R
sir.
says, sounds like a Johnny's burger, eh, Pete?
Yeah.
Hi,
So,
everyone.
see, so me, and his new name is John Shepherd because like Johnny Shepherd. Because I used to go out with this girl who lived at Victoria Park in Shepherd, and right there's a place called Johnny's Burgers, best burger shop in the world. And they're not nice. They're like I told you, they're not nice. They're like, yo, what you want? You know, get in line. What do you want? You don't know what you want. Flip on it. I'm making a burger. That's it. Done. And they're like, no customer service at all. It's not like you're going into an Apple iPhone store. They're just like
Right,
as real as
yeah,
can be. And I love
yeah.
that. And then they're like some Croatians or some Ukrainians, like, what you want? Well, I'll have some mustard, some relish, some ketchup. I might have some onions. What you want? You want onions? No onions. What you want? They're like that, dog. But the burgers are the best burgers in the world. Best burgers in the world, man. So because it's at like Shepherd and Victoria Park, and Johnny, Mark R lives like in what's we call it, North York, which is that area, which is like about 40 minutes away from where I live because he lives in Canada.
Okay.
And it's about 40 minutes away from where I live, where Nicole used to live. And yeah, so the other day, yeah, we named Mark R because I was like, I called him Marker because of like Mark R. And he's like, I don't like that. So I was like, okay, well, are you Johnny Shepherd? Like Johnny for Johnny's Burgers, and like Victoria Park and Shepherd, Johnny Shepherd. Done. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. No, but your burger did sound like a Johnny's burger. It did, and it was probably just as good. Probably just as good, man. Honestly, yo, Johnny Shepherd, what did you have for dinner tonight? What's up, man?
I had a little paprika to it before I cook it.
Oh yeah, dude, just for a little spice, just for a little like
just a tiny little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. So Wally is saying, hold on a minute, I've gone past it. Here we go. We do our burgers on the barbecue. Yep. I get that. And then he's saying hello to Mark, and Mark replying. Oh, well, you can disappear, mate, so you can be gone.
Oh, is it another one? No, it's not another one, is it?
Yeah.
Something, and then like, yeah, they're weird, dog. Trolley dolies.
What?
Trolley dolly. Yeah.
What is it saying, man?
It doesn't. They don't make any sense. It's like VTech or like V. I don't know. Don't make any sense what they say. Like.
Yeah, it's just some bullshit nonsense, man.
No, I know. Yo, you know that cat? He's from
an
like
error
American.
Try refreshing the page. Listen,
I know, but
you might lose me.
What happened? What happened?
Well, I can't get rid of that.
I get it. Hold on, just now. I get it.
Madison Hall.
Oh, right there. See, it's vast tech. They're always coming with some vast tech. Hold on, I get it. Hold on. I get it. You just gotta turn my phone up this way.
You do that. I'll talk to Stuart for a minute then.
No,
Thank
but
you,
I
Stuart,
wanted
for
to.
asking.
Hold on. I wanted to say. Oh, see, you got rid of one. Yeah. And Dov and Jew or whatever his name is. I don't know. Hold up. Oh, there's the next one. I got rid of this one just now. Done. But yeah, apparently we got somebody who's gonna come on and like spit a rap tonight still. But like they're not supposed to, but apparently they're gonna come on and spit a rap. Some youth from American Hammers TV. Lucas, he's gonna come on and like spit two things, man. Like apparently, like he was only gonna spit two things if WeStHaM won, but I don't know. We might get some bars from Lucas from Maryland Stars. Still, I'm just saying. Don't everybody get their hopes up, but it might go down. Dog. I'm just saying. But go on, Budgie. Continue.
Cool.
Just
want to say thank you for asking about how I'm feeling today.
Word up.
Disabled team. Really nice of you to ask, mate. As you can see, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm a lot more perky. Yep. I haven't felt good enough to come on camera for quite a few days, and then yesterday I kind of broke the ice a little bit again, and then today feeling so much better.
No, it's feeling well. It's good to see you. I
hope you're well too, DT. I hope you're well too, Stuart.
Yo, let me show you. You know, oh, flipping blinds, man. Oh my days. You know who isn't well, dog? And it bugs me. Like, okay, so Duke got the COVID thing, yeah, and then like Andy Miles, he got the COVID thing too, man. And it's like, homeboy got like a picture of him up in his bedroom, and his mom and dad and the rest of the family like in the bar area downstairs. They're all having their Christmas dinner, and poor Andy Miles is just like sitting up like in his bedroom by himself. Like, big up Andy Miles, man. Like that must be shit. Man. That must be absolute shit, dog.
If you're watching, Andy, I
we all love you, dog. Yeah, done though. Okay, yo, I got to bring the them into the place still, man. Like, yo, we talked about how West Ham could go from massive to pathetic, and it didn't quite go like that bad, but it did kind of at the same time. I don't know, man. Watford, man, that's like a must win now. But yo, everybody in the place, big up, yo, your boy Lucas from Hammers, American Hammers TV. You don't know, yo, the random's in the place to be. You get me? What's going on, big boy?
How's it going, guys?
We're doing good now. Good here, dog. Straight up. How do you mean, man? What was your like? You left virtually. You left like the London Stadium after that match the other day. What was your takeaway, man?
I was pissed off. I'm still pretty upset about it, to be honest with you. Yeah. But we got to get over it because we got a match tomorrow, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And without Rice, so that should be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, but you might see brilliance out of like Souček and like Krall in the middle, man. Trust me.
I mean, for all we know, it'll be Lanzini and Souček pairing tomorrow in the midfield. For all we know.
No, I hope not. No.
It's always a shout, though, isn't it? It's always a possibility.
Budgie, how are you, pal?
I'm really good, thank you, Lucas. How are you, buddy?
I'm good.
First time we've actually met on screen, so yeah, pleasure to meet you, bud.
See, two legends meeting for the first time. See, this is history right here, man. This is history right here. How do you mean? How do you mean, man? Real talk. Real talk. Pardon me?
I might be the leg and I might be the end, but I don't think you can join them together yet.
Oh, shut up. You're talking bollocks, man. Yo, talking bollocks, man. Straight up, man. Yo, the Disabled team saying don't worry about us, brother, but you just get yourself right. Yo, we gotta get ourselves right, man. Fuck you now.
I just want to mention the fact that Kimmy's in the house. Bless you, Kimmy. Thank you for joining us.
Kimmy came on the other day, Doc. Kimmy came on with her beautiful little son named Cody, man. Big C. She came on with him the other day, man. That was massive. That was big calls, big plays. What do you mean? That's Charlie Boss. Like, yo, big plays, like.
Yeah, she'd lost her phone for a little while, and one of the kids had snuck away with it, and her Beats headphones.
Yeah,
that's just typical kids, I'm afraid. You know. There we go. Look, Wally Welch says the legendary Lucas. There you go.
See, trust me, man. Trust me, PL to me, dog. Like there's a rapper who's like big in the game, and like his name is Extra P, and it's like Large Professor. That's like Lucas, dog. Like Lucas is like Large Professor, dog. Straight up, I ain't playing with y'all, man. Real talk, man. Large Extra P, dog. Large Professor, man. Straight up. I ain't even playing with y'all, man. I know y'all can say whatever you want to say. I ain't playing with y'all. Can't change my mind, man. Once my mind is made up, it's made up to stay up, dog. Straight up, man. So what's Kimmy saying? She just found my phone today. Not my phone, her phone. She just found her phone today, so she was pissed. I don't want to see Kimmy pissed, dog. She looked like the type of gal that would like start throwing tins of soup across the room if you like rubbed her the wrong way, dog. So no, don't want to piss off Kimmy, man. Wally is, did you find the beats? Yeah. Hey, Lucas, Budgie, and Peach. Yes, sir. Johnny Shepherd. Yes, sir.
Hey, guys, I took the liberty of watching a couple of films earlier on TV. And that was Every Which Way But Loose and Any Which Way You Can with Clint Eastwood with the orangutan in it.
Oh, that's
those two films. Have you seen them? Yeah. Oh my God, I sat and watched them. It was just bliss, just laughing my tits off.
Pitch yourself back because Clint Eastwood's normally like that, like Western, like like guns blazing.
Yeah, mate, proper serious, make my day and all that, Magnum 44. But to see him acting with that ape, oh my God, it just brightened up my day because of yesterday. Obviously I was a bit heaved, but yeah. So what about you, Lucas? I mean, did you get to see the whole game or?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Weren't a great showing, I've got to be honest.
No, it was not. There's.
I mean, I was fairly impressed with Vlasic in the first half, though. You know, I thought he was quite useful.
You know? Yeah, I thought the sub at halftime was more than harsh. I mean, he already got that. That's the second time that's happened to him. So I mean, I don't know. Everyone wants to say that like the substitution was right because Benrahma ended up or Antonio ended up scoring. Like, I don't know, but nobody.
I think the substitutions were the right ones coming on.
No, I don't.
I do. I think Lanzini.
I thought the people coming on was correct, but the players coming off was terrible.
Yeah, I think Fornell's. I felt that he didn't have a great half, and I sort of kind of agreed with him coming off. But
if Benrahma didn't score, I thought he played pretty poor, to be honest.
Yeah, I would have left Vlasic on and taken off Benrahma myself. Yeah. We said this earlier on, didn't we, Beach?
Yeah, we did. We did that. Yeah.
So,
you had the right players coming on, like Antonio and Lanzini, but it's like Fornells. I agree. Yeah, take him off. But then, like, I would have taken off. Benrahma, dog. That would have been.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. 100%.
And I thought Matsuaku did a reasonable job throughout the game. So, I thought he was reasonable.
Yeah.
He weren't. Yeah.
No, I just was going to say, the thing we said about, like, when we were doing the show today, and we were talking about, like, 3 players, like the 5-point thing, 5-point, like, more 5-point thing. I'd be interested to hear Lucas's, like, ideals on, like, the 3, on the whole thing, to tell you the truth. But, like, especially the 3 players you get rid of. Because the 3 players we get rid of is kind of like up for grabs. You could get rid of any 3 players. What 3 players would those be? That was one of the wickedest questions.
Hang on a second, Peach. Are you aware of the 5-point plan that's sort of been suggested?
I'm not. I did see it, but I haven't read into it.
Oh,
okay, we only went into it in minor detail just to give us some discussion of topic, so we wanted to kind of assess this kind of idea as a from a fan point of view, and the 5-point plan are these 5 points. 1, sign a striker. 2, sign a centre back. 3, sign Jesse Lingard. 4, sign a left back. And 5 was to sell Yarmolenko, Fredericks, and Randolph.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
Bang.
See, now that was basically all the information we carried into our show earlier. And we discussed certain options and certain people that might come in. And one of the guys that came up, Lucas, was Adnan Januzaj. Adnan Januzaj. Are you aware of him? Yeah,
I am.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
what do you think of him as a potential incoming?
I wouldn't mind him. He wouldn't be a too expensive option, and Moyes has worked with him twice before. At Man United when he was younger, and then at Sociedad when he was a little older.
And Sociedad. There's 3.
So
I think he's decent.
Sociedad.
I don't know if he'd be good depth, but I don't know if I don't really know what his potential is nowadays, but I think he's all right. Better. I mean, 9 out of 10 players you present to me as a winger will be better than Yarmolenko. So anyone will do it.
I agree with that. I mean, like they're talking at somewhere in the region of 25 million for him. You know, it could be 22 to 23. It could be 26.
I know, but Budgie, have you seen it? Wally has spoke. So Fredericks, you have to fight me first, dog. Wally has spoke, dog. Right? Yo, Wally has stood up from Pennsylvania, puffed out his
Wally,
chest and said,
don't shoot the messenger, mate.
Me,
this is a report that I say a report. yeah. This was an article that I came across on Google, and I flicked it onto our group chat so that Peach could have a look at it. And within minutes of looking at it, we decided to do a show on it. So, because we like the concept of the 5-point plan. Now, we actually earlier on we both suggested that we wouldn't sell Fredericks because we feel that he's got a lot more to offer than we've actually had out of him yet. And that
I went on to sell Rama, didn't I? And
we're gonna need a
we brought Rice into the equation, and everybody go on, Budgie,
we're gonna need a reasonably fast and a reasonably large player to fulfill the role that he plays already. You know, like that bursting down the right. You know, he's also played out on the left, I know, but primarily he's a right-sided player. So we both suggested that we would keep Fredericks. And actually, Peach suggested that he would probably put Ben Rama there instead of Fredericks.
That's right, Ben Rama. Yeah.
As a player to sell. I kind of half agreed with him because it was a player that crossed my mind. But I also suggested Connor Coventry being sold rather than permanently loaned out. It's not fair on his development. You know, he's never going to be good enough for our first team at this rate if he just keeps getting loaned out. And I think it would just be fair on the guy to sell him on a permanent deal. Get a couple of $3 million for him.
How much you think you'll get for him, Budgie? Honestly, how much?
$3 million.
That's what I'm saying. He's like Yarmolenko shoes is. Like, I think he's worth so much more. I think who would you sell, Lucas? Like, I know first off you were like bang on. Like, I agree with those three, but if you could like make it up in your own mind and sell any which 3 players you can in the squad that we have right now, who would those be?
Yarmolenko.
Yep.
It's kind of tough. Because I don't rate Fredericks, but I don't think he's like a terrible, like a third choice right back, and we do need depth when we need it. So I mean, I guess Coventry. I mean, I really don't know how much Coventry's worth. I feel like if we, I don't know. I don't think he's really going to be worth anything just because he hasn't played in a Premier League game. You're just basically buying off potential.
Yeah.
And I like Coventry. I thought he showed a lot of promise in the preseason matches, but
agreed. And that's all he's ever been able to do for us.
Yeah,
is to show potential.
And I still hate that we sold Josh Cullen. Like, it's going to be a Josh Cullen thing where we sell Coventry for like, I don't know, like if we're lucky, £1 million. Which, I mean, what is that to us?
Nothing.
But if I had to pick 3, I would go Yarmolenko, Darren Randolph, maybe, and that's tough because our squad is so thin.
I know, but it's like we have Vlasic right now who hasn't really like kicked off. Do you give him the time like we gave Tevez the time, and then Tevez started performing like after December, January, or do you hold on to him?
To be honest with you, I'm really sick of talking about Vlasic. I love the guy, but like the same people that love Ben Rama, and like I think it's so preposterous that we give Ben Rama time, but we don't give Vlasic time.
But we get Tevez time, and Tevez came out like a shooting star. Like
we gave Fornals time. Look what happened.
Yes.
We've given Fornals and Benrahma time. They turned in to what we think they're capable of. Benrahma hasn't played 90 minutes once yet. He's been subbed off at half twice.
Yep.
Every other appearance, he's been subbed off at like the 60th, 55th minute.
Yep.
I mean, if we sold Vlasic, I mean, who knows how much we'd get for him? But I mean, if I had to, so where am I at? Yarmolenko, Darren Randolph,
Connor Coventry.
Sure, Connor Coventry. I'll go with those three. Fredericks isn't a bad shout, but I do think because we're so injury prone every single year, Fredericks, I think, has a place.
And you know something that's quite and because this is the hang on, I was about to come to him. I was about to say this is the first time Lucas and I have ever spoken. So I don't know whether you're a fan of Masuaku or not, but I find it surprising that you didn't even consider him in that conversation there. In that,
I love that.
You know,
I love that.
You didn't even consider him as one to go. I actually like that myself. You know, I like
Masuaku a lot. I think he's a very skillful player. I'm just tired of seeing him at left back when it's just not his position.
Yeah.
I quite enjoy. I enjoyed that period, that two match stretch where we saw him starting like on the wing. I thought he was pretty solid. I just think he gets overwhelmed with the responsibility of having to defend.
Going against Chelsea, look how good he was then.
I think he gets overwhelmed with the responsibility of defending rather than like, hey, I'm going to put you on the wing, just track back like normally, like a winger would do. You know what I mean? Like when you play him at left back, like, I don't know, that's no bueno. But to be fair, I don't think any of the goals that we had were any of his fault the other day.
No, the goals. What yesterday? Those are the faults of who? Those. I don't know.
And everyone keeps saying that, like Diop. What is Diop supposed to do when he has Masuaku on his side? I don't care if Diop is that good, like we've been saying. He should be able to muster up a better performance than what he's been doing. He's been absolutely trash. He's not been good.
See,
you cannot blame Masuaku yesterday because none of the goals that happened were his fault or him doing something to lead to those goals.
Agreed. I think Masuaku wasn't to blame, but like Diop, I think that might have been just like a bad day at the office, maybe because like I thought he has been performing kind of well, like in other matches, but I don't know. Yesterday, it just seemed like I don't know.
But with that kind of
those goals, like that was mad.
With that amount of responsibility playing as a central defender, you know, you can't really afford to have a bad day at the office.
No, I get you, but he's had good performances.
I get that it happens. I get that it happens.
Yeah.
But, you know, like when players generally have a bad day at the office, they generally get oofed out.
Okay. Well, let me show you this. Let me show you this. That Ward-Prowse free kick when homeboy got on the end of it, Bednarek or whatever his name is. I don't know, stupid name because I can't say it properly.
Bednarek.
Yeah, stupid
Bednarek,
name.
yeah, go on.
Yeah, stupid ass name. But like when he did it, like Dawson could have got on the proper side of him, straight up. And then that penalty, that was no penalty with Dawson. Like Dawson started that tackle outside the box.
And that wasn't even Dawson's fault. Diop got sent for a hot dog.
Okay, there you go. See, it's Diop banging time. Y'all are banging like, boy, how do you mean? So it was Diop's fault that Dawson got the penalty?
Oh, for sure.
No. How do you mean? Explain that.
You're saying it wasn't Diop's fault.
No, I'm saying that was not a penalty on Dawson.
No, I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing if it was a penalty or not. It definitely wasn't.
But how could that be Diop's fault? Honestly, Lucas, think about what you're saying, dog. How could that?
It was either going to be a free kick outside, right on the box, or a penalty. And that was
how he was falling the whole time. It's like if you're falling from Mars, what, you're going to stop yourself? He was falling. It wasn't like there was no deliberate tackles, dog. He was falling from time. Like,
no, listen. I don't think it was a penalty. I don't think it was a penalty. But either way, it was going to be a free kick or a penalty, and Diop was the one that caused it all because he got sent for a hot dog.
I know, but I don't understand no mustard and relish on the hot dog, because, like, honestly, Dawson was just like falling. He went over his, like, he was running too fast, like, rawr! He started falling. Like,
that's the issue. Dawson had to pick up Diop's slack because Diop got absolutely burned.
So basically, it's not the same without Obama and Zuma up in the mix, is what you're saying. I agree with you 100%.
It'll work in Europa League, maybe in a group stage, but not the Premier League.
Right. No, not a chance. Not a chance, man.
If it's not gonna work against Southampton, it's not gonna work against Watford.
Yeah.
Especially
Would you make
now that we have no Rice either.
No, but I like that. I like that. I'm turned on for that, dog. Listen, I am giddy. Like, I am giddy, like Kramer, like on Seinfeld, like, giddy up. I am giddy up for that, dog. Because you're going to see Krul and Souček about time. And if he does not put, and I'm talking about Moyes, if he does not put Krul and Souček in the middle, and it's Noble and Souček, I might not watch the match. I honestly might not watch the match. If he puts Noble and Souček, I might not watch the match. I might turn it on.
You might have to, because I don't see Krul starting tomorrow.
See, no, but he has to, dog. He has more pace than Noble. He has more awareness, like, than Noble from what I've seen
it's gonna mostly. If I had to give you a percentage of chance of each happening,
it's going to be 27%.
I would say we have a 60% chance that it's going to be Souček Noble. There's about a 30% chance it will be Souček Lanzini, and then a 10% chance it's Souček and Krul.
So who would you rather have, Lanzini and Krul? Like, or would you rather have Lanzini or Krul? Like, with
I'd rather have Noble.
No way. No, against Sarr. Have you guys seen Sarr play? Sarr is a defensive midfielder who can boss like the final third like crazy. He is a madman. He's one of the most underrated players in the Premier League, man, who plays for Watford. SARR. He is bad. He is bad. Noble doesn't have his number, Doc. Noble
doesn't. He'll be overrated. He'll be overrated as soon as Souček steps on his kneecap.
Well, I hope so. But I hope we see like Souček and Krul. They have that connect. Like, they have that connection.
No, I agree with Lucas, though, Peach. I think you're right, mate. It's probably better odds than 60% that it'll be Noble.
Forget about the odds then. Who would you like to see? Because I'd like to see Krul and Souček. Number one, they're both Czech. Number one, they play for the national team. They have like that bit of understanding. I don't see any understanding between like Souček and who's the other boy? Not Lanzini, but Noble. Souček and Lanzini, maybe. Maybe. But like, wouldn't you want to see Souček?
We gotta win tomorrow, flat out, and I think
that's Souček.
I don't know. This is the thing is, I wouldn't mind seeing any of the combinations we talked about, but if we want to win, I think it's going to be Noble and Souček tomorrow.
Yep.
Because without Rice, without Rice in
the
team, we need leadership on the pitch, and we're not getting that.
That's a great point. That is a great point. And I'll tell you something else as well, Pete. With Noble on the pitch, not only have we got our captain, the leadership, as you stated, Lucas, but we also have like one of the hardest fighting captains in the country. I mean, that man will fight tooth and nail to get a result tomorrow. And there isn't a player at the club that gets regular first team football that hasn't got a connection with Mark Noble, Pete. That's
no, I'm not saying that.
They've all got connection.
I agree with that, but it's more on a connection. Like, no, it's more on a connection. Like, welcome to the club. I'll put my arm around you. I'll take the piss out of you. We'll have like a good back and forth. Jesse Lingard, turn your phone off. Do them things when we're traveling. I get that, but I'm talking about on the football pitch. Lanzini can have a connection with anybody, so I don't mind Lanzini playing with Souček. Don't get me wrong. But I want to see Souček and Král because they have that understanding from playing on the national team together. And it's like, I don't think Král's been, if Král is the replacement for Rice, which he is, then isn't this like the perfect opportunity
you need leadership on the pitch, though. We have no leaders besides Rice and Noble. Who's gonna lead the squad?
So you hold on. So you think I'm just
where
asking.
Where did the armband go?
Hold on, Doc. You're saying that you don't think Král was brought in to replace Rice if he got sold. Now, I'm hoping he wasn't. But if he was, this is the perfect time to play him. This is the perfect time to play him.
Oh, I don't argue that. Right? I don't argue that.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? Trust me.
Where would the armband be resting?
Fabianski died all day long. Fabianski all day long.
Maybe, yeah, or Fornells.
Back.
Fornells,
Who's that? What'd you say, Lucas?
I said he can't lead from the back.
Of course he can. How do you mean? Of course he can. Yes, he can. And he does do that.
Many goalkeepers have been captains.
You want your goalkeeper captain to run all the way up the pitch to argue a call?
Who would you give the armband to, Doc? Who would you give the armband to? You got anybody on the pitch? No, not a chance.
We're saying if Noble doesn't play.
Yeah.
If Noble doesn't play, who would be captain? Well, it would have to be Fabianski.
Thank you.
I thought you were talking about like if Noble was playing.
No. Noble's captain. Like Rice isn't like. But when David Moyes gets interviewed, Rice isn't even the captain yet. Like Moyes fully comes out and says he's like
vice captain.
Yeah. He's coming into learning how to be a captain because our captain is Noble, and he says that. He said that like 2-3 weeks ago, 100%. So it's like, if Noble ain't on the pitch. And Bryce is obviously out. Fabianski would be my boy, but like you got like then you like the cheeky side of me says I wouldn't mind Dawson being a captain. Like Dawson, I think would be a brilliant captain, and I wouldn't be surprised if Moyes pulls that out his rabbit hat. Honestly, I would not be surprised.
I have been seeing this around today. I actually think that Areola might get his first Premier League start tomorrow.
Oh, I hope so, Lucas. I hope so. I pray so. I hope so. Yes, so. I hope so. Yes.
I'm not so confident, but I hope you're right.
Oh, me too, Doc.
I mean, we played on Sunday, so I mean, a 2-day turnaround. If it was a 3-day turnaround, I think we'd see Fabianski, but a 2-day turnaround, I think he'll get a day off.
Maybe.
Like Budgie, who would you say reminded you of Areola? It was Slater, wasn't it? The goalkeeper. Or Schmeichel. Was it Schmeichel or Slater?
Yeah,
or who was
Schmeichel.
It?
No, Schmeichel, because what I said was that...
No, it wasn't Schmeichel. It was the guy that kept his legs like in one area and then he went the other way.
Peter Schmeichel.
I thought it was another guy.
No.
Yes, thank you.
Right. Sorry, yeah. That wasn't Schmeichel, was it? That was
It sounded like ganja or like ginger, like Janja or like Sound like one of them names there, and kept his legs straight.
Shaka
Hislop. Done. Yes. Boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, Shaka Hislop was great when it came to like being in goal for a penalty. He was fantastic. I loved him.
Tomorrow's gonna be interesting though. I really have no idea what the team's gonna be. I think Antonio is gonna start because he played 45 minutes. Vlasic has to start because he's only played 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Lanzini will probably play, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think Bowen plays. I think Bowen's going to get a rest, but we kind of need him.
Yeah, we do. We do. But Ben Johnson's back.
I really hope Ben Johnson starts at left back tomorrow.
Oh, me too. Yeah, me too.
But yeah, I think we'll see. We'll see an Areola debut. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw. Actually, no. I think we'll get an Areola debut tomorrow, and then everything else will be kind of just like routine rotation. Like whoever played 45 minutes will probably play tomorrow, and then maybe Ben Rama. It's going to be either Ben Rama or Bowen starting tomorrow. I don't think both of them start.
No. And I think Fornell starts.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I think we'll probably see Fornals, Lanzini, Vlasic, Antonio up front tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Pudgy, tell like, what's your boy dealing with? Like, your boy who does the teaching, like, school for soccer thing? Like he's saying that like Noble and not Noble, Rice and Suchek ain't similar. That's what's canceling them out this season. Is they're too similar because you got one man who used to go forward last season, the other man laid back. This season, it's totally different things. If they like kind of coincide that, we'll be hitting it off cylinders again. So I don't know what your boy's saying here, Dan or what his name is. The English school teacher, like, can you decipher that for me?
Zenic.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I wasn't really with that either. I got to be honest with you. He was. It was actually, I don't know. I can't even really remember what it was he said. Actually, if I'm honest.
No, he says this. He said, guys, Craw isn't the replacement for Rice. I'm Czech, and he is a completely different player. And nowhere near Rice's quality. I'm afraid Suchek and Craw might not be a good idea. Like, I don't understand the whole like Rice and Suchek comparison because I think they're too similar. Like, it's not on some Lampard Gerrard thing, but it's like it's too similar, man.
You saying they are similar?
Who, Rice and Suchek? Hell yeah, 100%.
In what way?
In what way? They both want to go forward. They both want to defend. One man does it 1 week. The other man does it the last year. So
what Zenic saying?
Going like at the back post.
I wouldn't necessarily say Suchek wants to get forward. He wants to get in the box.
But he was getting forward last season, though, Doc, and that's what everybody's talking about. Yeah. He was getting forward last season, Doc, but he's not this season because Rice is like box to box now.
Yeah, right. So I think like that comment that you're talking about here.
Word up.
What he's saying is that in his opinion that Kroll isn't the replacement that we should be looking for Rice, because Zenic is a Czech man. He watches. The Czech national team all the time, etc. He said he's a completely different style of player and nowhere near Rice's quality. Well, I agree with that. I think many people would agree with that. But who is near Rice's quality, to be fair?
He's the best in Europe, Doug.
by that, I think what he's saying is that he doesn't
for real
believe
though,
that
Lucas. For real though,
he
Lucas.
doesn't believe that Kral is
no.
a suitable replacement for Rice. And he's saying that Souček and Kral together might not be a good idea because Kral won't complement Souček like Rice
if
does.
you played them both,
yeah, but it might be
that would be way
I'm reading between the lines.
Hold that line down.
I'm kind of reading between the lines.
Sorry, Lucas. Go on, Dad. Go on.
Or I was saying, if you put Souček and Kral together, that's like way too defensive.
No, I disagree because this is when you're going to see Souček go forward like last season, I think, man. Because Kral will hold that back line, man. I think, man. Like, I'd love to see it just to see what happens. I hope it don't blow up in my face, but I honestly, Lucas, I would love to see it just to see what happens. Honest, because it might be something that we see and we're like, whoa, that kind of works. Like, I never knew you could put honey into a cup of tea and taste it nice. Like, yo.
The only problem with Souček going forward is like, yes, he can get forward, but he only can get forward one way, and that's by running. He can't dribble. His passing has been absolute shit this season, and he hasn't been finishing his dinner at all.
Yeah.
He's a very special
like I love Souček, and that's the only difference between like him and Rice. Like, yeah, they both get forward, but Rice can get forward in like multiple ways. Souček, the only way he gets forward is just by running.
I know, but I don't call it a feeling. I just think those two would
like I said, I wouldn't mind seeing Kral and Souček. I just don't think that's the best pairing for tomorrow, at least. Because we need leadership. I think I'm almost talking myself into Noble has to play tomorrow.
No, don't go there. Because Noble, honestly, Lucas, Noble is the perfect person to come on. 20 minutes left in the match, close down the game. If we're up like 1-0, 2-0.
But that's the thing. If we're winning, if.
Oh, we have to be.
We might lose tomorrow.
No way.
Again.
Don't even say the L word. No, Lucas, no. Shush. No. You cannot say the L word.
If we lost to Southampton, we could definitely lose to Watford.
I know, but you don't say those things because now you dingbat, you're putting it in the universe. You just said the L word.
I'm a gambling man and I'm a jinx, so I'm actually putting a positive jinx into the world.
No, thank you, Lucas. So if we lose tomorrow, it's all Lucas's fault, everybody, because he said the L word. I didn't say it, Budgie didn't say it. You said the L word.
It's called a double positive in the gambling world. Double positive. I'm wrong, we win. I'm right, I'm smart.
You're smart no matter what, dog. But it's like, yo, don't say the L word, dog. Don't say it.
All right, defeat. Right. We'll use the D word.
So, Peach, Gen X is saying, would you like him to come into the studio? He can talk about
Absolutely. What? Absolutely, dog. That man is a legend, man.
Right, so hang on then.
Put him in.
Let me send.
Oh, man, I got comment. Yo.
Right, Gen X, it's coming up in the comments right at the very bottom, mate. So.
Peach, what do you think about that? Mark said I would rest Thomas and let him come off the bench.
No, just because I think that, okay, if you look at like an engine that works and it's like a well-oiled engine, you got certain parts of that engine that have to stay there, even though they might be a bit like, there might be like crudded oil like upon those parts of the engine. You get me? It's like those things, they're the whole get up within the dynamics of that engine working properly. And I think Souček is one of them, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I honestly think if we don't have a Rice, we have to have a Souček. If we don't have a Rice, we have to have some potatoes. Like, straight up. Honestly. Honest to goodness to pieces. Like, honest. What are you saying about that, Lucas? Because you did pose the question. Do you think that Thomas needs a rest?
He has to play tomorrow.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, so guys, I'm about to bring Zenek into the stream. So,
big up, Zenek.
Hi, guys.
Oh, yeah, I say rude boy. Pick yourself
How
up.
are you doing?
Hello, mate. How are you?
We're all good now that you're here, dog. How do you mean?
Hang on. I need to close my YouTube. All right.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good. I'm hoping you can bring us some knowledge.
I love this passion, by the way.
I got none.
So cool. so passionate about the team. I love it. Do you know what happened to me? You guys know I'm a torn Arsenal West Ham fan, yeah? So
really?
this Sunday, these two teams played at the same time, and I made a terrible choice, the worst choice of my life. I went for West Ham. And Arsenal won 5-0. And West Ham lost 3-2.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Okay, so you saying you love our passion, I love your passion right there. That is a hammer at the heart right there, guys.
There you go. So just a brief intro, Zenek. Lucas Zenek. Lucas, he's a English teacher. He lives in the Czech Republic, and he teaches English through talking about football. So we would be. I've actually been on one of his streams, and it was really refreshing and quite informative. It was really nice, actually. Yeah, so he's as you say, he's an Arsenal fan, but he's been following West Ham a lot, obviously with the involvement of the Czech boys. So you're going to give us some info on them, Janet.
Yes, please.
I'm not sure if it qualifies as info. I guess it's just an opinion. But before I do that, you are introducing me to Lucas, but that's funny because my surname is actually Lucas.
Really?
Great
that's
stuff.
That's a coincidence. Anyway, so we've got 3 Czech guys, and it looks like there is even a chance that Král might start, right? Considering there wasn't much rest. There wasn't much rest for the boys. Now, obviously, the Rice is out, yeah? So the question is who's going to play. So I think Zoufal has to play. I don't think there are that many options there. I guess Fredericks could play, but I don't know. I think Zoufal will probably play.
What are your thoughts on Johnson? Like, because I don't think.
Johnson is great. Okay, Johnson could play. Yeah, Johnson could play as well. Right.
There's some rumors about Arsenal wanting to buy him.
No.
Come again?
There's also some rumors that Arsenal want to put in a bid for Ben Johnson.
Yeah, they have a project, and they are signing young players now, so I wouldn't be surprised. He's a good player. Yeah. Yeah, why not? I mean,
I think we'll see Johnson at left back tomorrow and Zoufal at right back.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah,
even if Johnson started at right back, I guess that would be fine because Zoufal, could do it a rest. I guess after that game, he wasn't at his best. I thought, and I don't know, but I still think he will probably stick with Zoufal for this game.
We're just sick of seeing Masuaku there.
Everybody's kind of sick of Masuaku right now. Don't know. It almost feels like he's scapegoated, but it almost feels like he's being scapegoated, though. I don't know.
I love him personally. Exactly I just do not think he's a left back. I think he's a left winger.
Yeah, he's more offensive than defensive, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, much more. I mean, he's more effective.
And I'm not comparing him to Marcelo, but like, is Marcelo a left back? No, he's not. But he just plays there. It's almost like Shevchenko at Man City. He's not a left back. I mean, by trade, he's actually an attacking midfielder, but he plays left back.
That's right.
So I just don't believe Masuaku is a left back. But I mean, shit,
he's not convincing enough, is he?
No.
Yeah, he's not. He is not. But tomorrow's going to be strange. I just, like I said, I think we're going to see Souček and Noble. Do I think that's the best pairing? I mean, that's up for debate. But
yeah,
I don't know. It would be a real shame to have to go defensive against Watford, but I mean we might have to. I mean losing to Southampton. I mean, well, I was saying this: if we lose to Southampton, we can lose to pretty much anyone.
Yeah, I mean we have to be more stable in defence for certain. You know, and if that means being a little bit more stable in the defensive mid-roll area, then so be it. You know, but I kind of get what you're saying. But I think Noble and Souček would be the perfect pairing for tomorrow because Noble can stay deep, and you know Souček can burst forward.
Yeah, I actually agree with this. Although Souček could also do with a rest. The thing is, though, Souček doesn't want to get rested. He's like, something weird happened when there was an international break in the Czech Republic team. Yeah, there was a friendly match, and Souček didn't have to play in that match. Like, why? There was absolutely no reason for it. Yet he played, and almost every single player got subbed, yeah, because it's a friendly, so you can sub as many players as you want.
Yeah,
he's a madman.
Except Souček, and then they asked the Czech national coach why this happened, and he said it was because Souček had told him that he wanted to play.
Football is his drug.
Yeah.
And you know, and to be fair, if you want to keep on moving in any direction, you have to keep the engine running. And Souček is an engine. He's a complete, you know, he's one of these big supercharged V8, you know, 387 cubic inch bloody, you know. Let's go for 1 million miles until we run out of juice.
The question is, though, wouldn't this help him actually if he got rested for once? Wouldn't it actually help him to get his strength back? Because
in theory, in practical science, yes.
But I don't think that's him. I think he needs to keep going.
He has to.
Some people are just wired differently. Like Thomas Souček, he's such a soft-spoken, like nice, genuine guy, but like he's a madman. He's a madman.
He is. He is.
Like not there. Which, you know, I mean, Rice and Noble are almost the same way. I guarantee you, if Noble went into Moyes' office tomorrow, or Moyes calls in Noble, like say we have another injury crisis, for God's sake, knock on wood. If Moyes came up to Noble and was like, "Listen, you're gonna have to play like the next 4 games in 2 weeks." I mean, I feel like Mark Noble could do it. Would he be good? I don't think so, but he's gonna run to the ground.
Yeah. At the end of it, he's gonna.
Some people are just built different like that, you know. Like Souček, and don't get me wrong, he hasn't been too great for us to the past ever since the. I mean, really all season I haven't been impressed with him, but the one thing stays constant: the guy just runs and runs and runs and runs and runs and runs and runs.
Yep.
Which is nice to see, but hard work and passion can only take you so far in football, as we all know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you guys have to play to his strength. You know, that's what you have to do when it comes to Souček. It's just that's how you do it. Like I have been watching these football fan channels, not only yours, but the Hammers Chat and what else is there? The
WeStHaM Network.
WeStHaM Network? That's the one. With
shout out Charlie Walsh.
Yeah.
Oh, no Hammer Chat.
They all say that you guys should put Souček more like he should play in a more advanced role. I don't know.
I've been saying for a while now that I would like to see us play 3 in the midfield, so Rice can basically do what he wants, and Souček does sort of have the freedom to go forward as well. And that was my one reasoning for wanting to see KnoW. I think if you put KnoW, Souček, and Rice together, Rice can do whatever he wants. Souček can still go back and forward, or forward and back when he wants, and KnoW's just going to sit in front of the back line and hold it down. But
what about Cross, Sushek, and Noble like for tomorrow? No.
Well, the thing is, Benrahma for now. Like, have they been in a good form? Not really, right? So,
no.
I don't know, right?
Not
and
great.
That's why up top I would do Vlasic, Antonio, Bowen personally.
Me too. I think, yeah.
And I'm like I said, I hate talking about Vlasic only because it turns into toxic arguments. But like, I mean, I don't know. His past 2 matches he's played, he's looked good to me. I mean, he almost scored. He almost scored against Tottenham. I thought he looked really good against Tottenham in the cup game, and then his 45 minutes the other match. I mean, the only thing he did wrong, which I will commend what everyone's saying, is that he could have definitely laid the ball off to Benrahma on that one break.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's still and there's people saying Benrahma would have scored. Oh, not from what I've seen of late, but he maybe could have. But I mean, Vlasic still had a really good shot. Keeper fully extended.
I think he needs to play. I think he needs to play. Some players, like if they are used to playing, right? Like he always played, I guess, wherever he was, and now he's not playing. It does.
And he still has yet to play 1, a full 90 minutes, and 2 with our first team.
The same crowd,
our full strength first team.
Yeah. So I have played football, and it's the worst feeling. Like when you know, like you have when you think you know what you have what it takes, and yet the manager doesn't trust you for whatever reason. Now Moyes, it's because he's so conservative, yeah, and it is a good thing as well, because then when you have the trust of the players, it's like it's amazing because you will always play, but it's a double-edged sword, because then players like Vlasic or Kral, he might kill them with this, basically.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it's a good thing, and I've already known of Nikola Vlasic. I mean, I watched him at the Euros, and you can just kind of, and even by like what he said before coming to the club, and like the time that he's been here, you can just tell the guy's a team player. He puts the team first, and when his time comes, he's going to be fully ready. Like, that's the positive compared to maybe with like Benrahma when he was waiting for his time and David Moyes put his trust in him. Like, I don't think not saying Benrahma isn't a team player, but I feel like Benrahma probably would. I think he probably did get more frustrated with no playing time than maybe Vlasic has. I feel like Vlasic is taking it better than maybe Benrahma did. But
I'll tell you a brief little story about Vlasic. I watch quite a lot of stuff on YouTube, obviously, and one of the things that I've watched is a thing they call Snack Wars with Jack Mate.
Is it? Yeah, no, Jack Mate. Yeah, Jack Mate does the snack wars when he makes them like eat the food
and he did a festive Christmas one with
I saw
Nikola
that as well.
Vlasic.
It was really good.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? With Vlasic, Noble, and
Lanzini.
Lanzini, great, brilliant. And didn't you feel that Vlasic just fitted in with the other two guys?
Yeah, no, that again,
he didn't look like he was uncomfortable or he didn't deserve to be there or anything like that. And when they revealed the national dish for him, that was quite funny. That was that fish, wasn't it? What was it called? Backlab or something, isn't it?
The whole Benrahma and Vlasic thing, like, and don't get me wrong, I love Benrahma. I think he's a good player. He has been on some bad form as of late. I mean, even last game, he did not play very well. He scored, but if he didn't score, I thought he put in like a 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10 performance. I don't think he was very good. But I don't know. Everyone gave Benrahma time. Everyone gave Fornals time. But I don't understand why we can't, like, Vlasic is not an exception. I mean, he's 27 million pounds. Benrahma was like a 23, 24 million pound sign.
Yeah,
so what's the difference? And
There you
everyone,
go.
there's
I
people
think
saying that like Ben
22 and a half, I think it was.
There's people were saying that like Ben Rama has the it factor, like he has something special. I don't understand how you don't look at Nikola Vlasic and not think he doesn't have something or it.
You're right.
I mean,
You're right.
Seriously, I think Vlasic has done well with what he's been given and the time that he's played, and even on the pitch, like he's not selfish. To me, it seems like he's made every correct decision when it comes to the team, like where to pass, where to run, tracking back, working hard.
Well said, Lucas.
The only mistake I can say that he's had was the last match where he didn't lay the ball off to Ben Rama.
Yeah.
But still,
he shouldn't have got taken off at halftime. I disagree with that, and I know you're on the same boat that I'm on. Like that was just like what? Like
we were talking about that earlier. Like, do I agree with who came on? Absolutely. Do I agree with who 100%. Came off? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But again, that's why I am sitting in my chair and on the couch.
Exactly.
I'm not a Premier League manager or coach.
You know, David. You know, David.
I just wanna say hi to Andy Miles, who's in the house. Andy
Miles is in the building. Miles is in the building, bro. Ticket, la. No,
I want to say hi because Andy's been suffering.
It's my Milesy time, dog. Milesy, he got undertaken by. Well, you didn't get undertaken. You never want to get undertaken. Milesy, no, you never want to get undertaken. Wrong words. I apologize about that. But no, Milesy, he came down with COVID, and he's been in a rough place. And he had to self-isolate through this whole Christmas to the point he sent a photo out the other day, and he was eating his Christmas dinner, Lucas, in his bed, and his mother, father, and the rest of the family there in like the downstairs bar area, and he still had a smile on his face. Like, bless
Andy, I hope you're feeling better. I hope your recovery is going quick.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Fuck COVID.
Just so.
Thank you for mentioning that, though, Budgie. You're a dog. Thank you for mentioning that.
If you're not aware of who Andy is, he runs
WeStHaM Reunited.
Yeah, that's another channel.
It's a wicked channel.
Yeah, it's a very good channel. You might like to check him out. WeStHaM Reunited. But I hope you're feeling better, Miles.
Oh, you'd love it. You'd love it, mate. You'd love it. Honestly, like they go deep into the history of WeStHaM, and you would love it. You would love it. Being a supporter of like WeStHaM because of the Czechs, but like Arsenal, they go deep into the WeStHaM history. So you'd learn something honestly from watching it. I'm not joking.
Cool.
Yeah.
And when he's feeling better. When he's feeling better, I would imagine that Andy would probably guest on one of your shows as well, Janet.
That would be lovely. I'll subscribe to his channel for sure. I may already be subscribed, so I'll check it out.
And of course, Lucas is a member of what is it? American
Hammers.
American
TV.
Hammers. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I can subscribe to your channels, guys. Why not?
Yeah,
absolutely.
And Gen X is called Teacher Gen X, and it's it's worth having a look, Lucas. It's really, really good concept. Fantastic.
No, it's a brilliant concept, isn't it? Like it's a brilliant concept, and the stream that Budgie was on, Zenek, were those students that you have, or teachers that you have that do what you do with you?
I think that it was Budgie and one more guy.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Okay. So his name was Noop. His name was Noop, and yes, he's my ex-student. I used to teach him, but he kind of became my friend, So he's a medicine doctor. He's studied medicine, so he's going to be a doctor.
Nice.
But he's a massive football fan, so yeah.
Also another Arsenal fan.
He's an Arsenal fan.
But a nice guy all the time.
He's very nice. Sometimes too nice.
But, and he knows his stuff about football as well, which is really nice, So.
No, he seemed to, because when he was chatting with y'all, like he knew two things, dog. He knew two things, man. Straight up, he knew two things, man. Man, pick him up. 100%.
Yeah. But you know, okay. So another comment is that Epic is saying we need that geezer Okoflex. He can't possibly be any worse than our other attacking players. Well, look, Epic, I agree with that sort of, but I actually think that he's a lot better than some of the players. Well, he potentially could be better than some of the players that we are using currently. You know,
like who?
Mikel Antonio. I'll go straight in with it.
Word up, that's big. Vlasic. Okay. How would you compare him and Vlasic? How would you compare him and Vlasic?
Mate, listen. Like I said, I haven't seen a lot of Vlasic, and I haven't really seen enough to make a really full and qualified judgment on him, if you like. You know, or quantified judgment would probably be a better word. I like Vlasic. I like what I've seen. I thought he was the best player on the pitch for West Ham on Sunday for the first half.
Yeah.
It was a big mistake to take him off at half time, in my opinion. I like Vlasic, and I could actually see Vlasic working well with a player like Okoflex.
That's what I was going to say. That's exactly what I was going to say.
And I'll tell you this: if we don't get Lingard, Vlasic is going to get his time. That's
word up. Yeah, 100, man.
Yeah.
100 and honestly, Duke was sorry, Duke. Bunchy was talking about like the Vlasic Okoflex like combination, and I was thinking that like Vlasic, he's technical. He knows where to be. He knows where to pass the ball. Like besides that, like one layoff he could have had. Like, but he knows where to be. He knows where to run. He's good off the ball. Okoflex is like he's a maverick. He's a maverick. He's like a Ben Rama, but knows where the back of the goal is and more central. And it's like I really think like Vlasic and Okoflex, Lucas. I really think they work like
and everyone again. People were complaining that Vlasic didn't lay the ball off to Ben Rama. You know how many times I've seen Ben Rama do the same exact thing and not pass to anyone?
He's too predictable, Ben Rama, in my opinion. Like he's technically very gifted, absolutely, yeah. And he has neck for goals as well. But I feel like he's too predictable sometimes. I don't know.
You know when he's gonna pull out those tricks, don't you, Zenich? Like you know when he's gonna pull out those tricks.
That's another tough thing that like people have made good points about. Like we still don't know yet if like Ben Rama's like being instructed like not to go at players or to play extremely passive. But like me personally, I'll tell you, I like watching. I think Ben Rama's at his best when, like, he's going at players. He's not like just like half-assing. Like that's the type of player he is. Give him the ball and he'll make something happen. He's not a. I mean, he's a decent passer, but he's no.
I agree, but you need confidence for this. Yeah, that's the problem. And now that the whole team doesn't have confidence, he certainly doesn't have it. This kind of style, when you're taking on players, you need confidence for that. And if you don't have it now, he's a shadow of himself.
Yeah,
and he doesn't pass the ball really. He just wants to have it all the time. Yeah, this is the kind of player he is, which is fair enough. You know, you need players like that as well. But then if he doesn't have the confidence to take on players, what does he do? You know, I don't know.
He has the Felipe Anderson syndrome, dog. Like he needs arm around his shoulder. He needs that confidence to perform because Felipe Anderson had tons of skill.
Which, like, I totally get that, but like for me, as someone who, like, I'm sort of kind of a basketball trainer. Like I'll help kids just develop their skills whenever like my old coach gives me a call or something like, hey, I need help working out some kids. Like, yeah, I'm there. Like the fact that David Moyes is even selecting you for the team, I feel like should be confidence enough. Like, you know, David Moyes is not gonna give you a hug and a kiss. Like he's not that guy. He's a Scottish nailhead. Like that's just what he is. Like he's never gonna be a Klopp where Klopp hugs and kisses you and caresses you every moment of his life. when you're on the pitch, score a goal or whatever. But like, I don't know. I just feel like Benrahma's lack of confidence should never be like a problem, because it's like if Moyes selects you to start, like, now I would get it if he wasn't starting, he's been like coming off the bench. Yeah, sure. But like Benrahma has been selected almost every single match. But I mean, I get it. Confidence is a ginormous thing. It's gigantic. But I don't know.
The thing is, like, Souček also doesn't have confidence right now, but at least there are different aspects of the game that can give him that confidence, you see?
Yeah.
So if Souček isn't scoring goals now, right? That was a big part of his game. So I think
it's something we definitely were not expecting from him.
Yeah, but at least he can win the headers, right?
Yeah.
And that gives him confidence as well. But what does Benrahma do if he doesn't? Well, he scored a goal, but that was like, that almost felt like it wasn't part of the plan or something. I don't know.
Well, I get you, Doug.
And it makes sense if there's people searching for confidence, because clearly we have not been good for a little while now. But
it's a lot of players. It's like half of the team almost. Like, that's really bad.
Yeah, I mean, I thought after Souček scored his one goal, he would look a little better, but he's still is wiping the. I don't even know what to call it. It's not rust. Just he hasn't been playing too well. Soufal's been like pretty consistent for me. I don't think he's been too off the ball, but he hasn't set the world afire. But that's really not his job or his role to make a difference. He's there to get stuck in and put in a couple of crosses. And then obviously Rice is practically carrying the team on his back. Him and Bowen for sure.
Him and Bowen they are the two players on fire. Like, were it not for these two guys, I don't know where West Ham would be right now, honestly.
And the only positive I can take away from last game is Antonio finally scored. So hopefully that is something for tomorrow to look forward to, an Antonio goal. And again, this is the annoying part about the whole Vlasic and Benrahma thing. Like, everyone was on Benrahma until he scored. And I feel like it's going to be the same thing with Vlasic. Until Vlasic scores, no one's going to get off his back. I mean, he got an assist against Tottenham, and people were still saying, "Oh, he played like shit."
I know.
Like, come on. Like, what does the guy have to do?
What does the guy have to do? Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. And then people were still saying like, "Oh, like his pass wasn't supposed to be a pass." I'm like, "What are you saying?" If you don't like the guy, just say it. If you hate Vlasic, just say it. Put it in your bio. Put it on your header. Like, whatever.
Well, Masuaku's shot also wasn't supposed to be a shot, right? So
exactly.
That was a shot, dog. All day long, that was a shot, dog. You know what he was doing.
But guys, I don't know about this Masuaku, but every single cross he puts in the box is just it's off. Like, every single cross. Did you notice that?
If it's not off, it goes in the back of the goal.
It just makes me laugh because I'm like, is he just trying to shoot or what is he doing?
Gosh. Peach or Bungie, highlight this comment right here from Frankie. I've got something to say about that as well. I saw a stat last season that everyone kept plastering on Twitter. Like, we're 6-0 when Benrahma starts or plays. We're 6-0. But in those games, he didn't do anything. So like the stat, like, stats are
just
so,
like him being on the pitch. Being on the pitch doing fuck all.
Don't get me wrong. I like stats, but stats do not tell the whole story at all.
100%.
Like, am I the great? Like, I could go to Iran and play in like a Dorf basketball league and average 80 points a game. Does that make me the best player in the world because I'm averaging 80 points a game in a Dorf Iranian basketball league?
You're playing against Ewoks, dog. You're playing against Ewoks. Like, no.
Exactly. Let's say I'm playing in the Premier League of 6-year-olds, and I'm a 26-year-old, 6'4", 270-pound man, and I'm averaging 7 goals a game. Does that make me the best soccer player in the world? No.
No, so
So
Kieran Devane
I like
is in the house.
like stats, but stats don't ever tell the whole story at all. They're so fabricated.
You know what? Stats tell stories when it's like you got a man scoring like 17 goals in 19 games. That's stats, and that's like that's stats, and that's like what I like to hear. Not like, oh well, we've only won like 10 games when this man's been on the pitch.
Stats don't tell the whole story. The Man City match where we lose 2-1, we got dominated, but Lanzini scores a goal with the last kick of the game. That everyone's gonna be like, oh, we only lost by 1. Like, no, we got dominated that match. Like, numbers and stats do not tell the whole story. So that was my little rant. Thank you, Frankie.
Good point. Yeah.
You're deserved on that, dog, because how many times it's like we'll win like 3-1, but we've been struggling in the match to even get a goal, but we finished off 3-1. It's flattering. It's like, no, I fully hear what you're saying.
Exactly.
I just want to say something. Ernie, the link's in the chat. Get your ass in here. Right. So we will have Canada, the UK, the USA, the Czech Republic, and we are about to have Australia.
Who's that?
Ernie.
Do we get a weather report? If we don't get a weather report on this, I ain't having it.
Come on, Ernie.
Report and
get your ass in here. This is our nickname for Kieran. We call him Ernie because when he and I get on cameras together and we do Football Unfocused and stuff, everybody calls us Bert and Ernie from the bloody Muppet Show. So,
Budgie, you know what's coming. Just before he comes on, let's give him a little intro. Let's give him. This is Kieran. We love him. We hate him. We put up with him. He's a prick. But this is what Kieran's all about, dog. Like our boy.
He's a terrorist. What are you doing? That donut is with us, not 40.
Oh my day, yo. That is the boy right there, dog. That is the boy right there.
And just in case you're not familiar with it,
mess with that boy, dog. He is the biz. Dog.
Yeah. And just in case you're not familiar with Football Unfocused, have a little bit of this.
Just Swansea. Yeah. And we're just chatting away, man. And all of a sudden, all the fucking windows came through in the train. There was about 50 bricks come out the train. And took out every fucking window in that carriage.
Oh, God.
Fucking yeah, there was glass just flying everywhere.
Oh, man.
Bricks coming through the window. I mean, what the fuck? So we were doing that.
That's quality.
It cracks me up. But, you know Titch, of course. He does all the graphics and stuff.
It just reminded me, dog. Big up the man them. But it just reminded me, dog. It was Lucas. Wow, this just hit me. It was Lucas, and I think it was Lee that interviewed Ben Glander. Or no, not Ben Glander. What's his name? The boy, he put out the book. What's his name? Lucas, help me out, man. WeStHaM, he's a WeStHaM hero. Like, he used to go to all the matches, and you guys, like, did an interview with him, and he has a new book out. And, like, Kieran used to run with this man. He used to run with him. He used to be on the trains with him and, like, go to the matches with him. Like, and this was the man that said, like, he used to go out,
about
like...
Cass?
No, not Cass. No. The other boy, dog. And when he didn't have a clique. He wasn't in ICF or nothing like that. He was just by himself. And like he took care of everybody. Like when he went out on when he came up from the underground, like he made his presence known. Gander, something Gander. I want to say Ben. You know what I'm talking. You and Lee did an interview with this boy, and Kieran used to run with this boy now. Real talk, like they used to go to the matches.
Lucas is going to tell us stuff. Monster.
Oh shush! Lucas is going to tell us, homeboy. Watch. I'm not playing with you.
You're talking about Bill Gardner. Bill Gardner.
Boom. Thank you very much. There you go. There you go. Bad man from 1901.
To this day, still probably one of the coolest conversations I've ever had in my life.
I loved watching that. And this man, he's here now, thank goodness, with the weather report and all. But he'll be able to tell you stories about times with Bill Gardner that when he told me, it sent shivers down my spine. Like, it was just, what a man. What a man.
Hold on. You'll have to
excuse
me a minute.
You got it. There you go.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Hey, there's the man now. All right, boys.
All right, Kieran.
How are we?
Everybody, don't you?
I do. Lucas.
Pete said you're going to tell us a Bill Gardner story.
Oh, there's a few. Bill was Bill, wasn't he? He was like the big brother when you went away games then. I was only 14, 15. Bill was about 22 years of age. And Cass Pennant used to be on the same trains as well, and Carlton Leach, all them. But Bill weren't part of the ICF. He was just Bill, and he was like the big brother of the WeStHaM. He was Mr. WeStHaM on the terraces, mate. So, yeah, you felt a bit safer when you went away games with him on the train, believe me. And when you got off at Piccadilly at Manchester or Liverpool, you were glad to have him up there, mate, because we were young and we were scared. We were fucking scared because it was dangerous.
It was very dangerous. Trust us, it was very dangerous. Yeah.
Having Bill at the front. And one thing I will say about him, mate, I thought he was a gentleman. I thought he was a lovely guy. He weren't a bully. He weren't a hooligan, such, but he wouldn't back down to nothing. And he never seemed to have any fear. Where we were scared, he didn't seem to have that fear. And so, yeah, he was a good guy. I liked him. Bill, that's it.
Yeah, mate. So, what about oh God, what was his name? Oh God, I forgot his fucking name now. There was another fella you mentioned on an away day trip one time. No, it weren't Cass.
Carlton Leach.
No, it was another lad that you mentioned, and I said, I know that name. It was a guy that you used to go to games with on a regular basis, I think. I don't know if it was an away game you mentioned his name.
It wasn't Bubbles, was it?
Who?
Bubbles?
No.
The one that planted the corner flag at mid pitch against Burnley.
No. Oh, mind you. Yeah, no, he was quite a daring bastard, that bloke. He used to do a lot of dodgy things.
Yeah, but before he done that, mate, in the 80s, we invaded the pitch 3 times, long before him. Didn't get any recognition. Recognition at all for it. I'll tell you what, right? I should be saving these stories for us, eh, mate? But I'll tell you what, right? We're at Birmingham, right? We went to Birmingham in an FA Cup game, right? Birmingham FA Cup game, and we just got the days of Billy Bonds and all that, and we got absolutely torn apart. I think we were 4-0 down. So we decided to invade the pitch, right, to get the game abandoned so he could get a replay. And we did.
Did it work?
It didn't work.
Did it work?
It didn't work, man.
That's probably the best idea, though.
Yeah, well, give it a go. Give it a go.
You don't know desperation until you evade the pitch for a replay.
Yeah.
Now you have a fantastic story to tell on WeStHaMRaNdoM.
You know, there's probably films of it all, but I've never checked it back out. I can't remember what year it was, but we did. We invaded the pitch, and Billy Bonds got hold of my mate. My mate was Bobby G, right? He's well known to Bill Gardner, Bobby G. And
that was
Bobby
the fella,
G.
Bobby G.
He's about your size, Lucas. Bobby G, right? He's a big, tall boy, big lump. And Billy's going to him, mate, please get off the pitch, mate. This ain't going to go good, mate, if you don't get off the pitch. And he's going to Billy Bonds. He goes, but Bill, they're taking the piss, mate. We can't have it.
But they're taking the piss, Billy.
We walked back on.
All right, guys, I'm gonna make way, but good luck tomorrow. Well, actually,
thank you.
Nice one, Janet.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to talk to you as always, and
likewise. And I'll definitely
give me a little bit of heads up next time, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'll definitely be watching the game. So let's hope you guys win, and fingers crossed. Yeah.
Yes,
all right, cool.
All the best, Ed.
Yeah.
See you, mate.
Cheers.
All right. Take care, buddy. Take care.
Cheers.
Yeah. All right.
There we
go.
There
you go.
Lovely gem.
Lovely guy.
Lovely gem.
Not many. Brilliant.
That was nice, though. For a minute there, we had, Canada, the USA, the UK, Australia, and Czech Republic all on the screen together.
Yeah.
Wasn't that nice, right?
Yeah.
It was almost like the first team of West Ham back in about 40 years ago.
Plus, Lucas is representing Croatia as well.
Yes.
Don't forget that.
Yeah.
True.
There you go.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, mate.
That's why my Vlasic pride runs so strong.
Yeah, brilliant. So, Kieran, we were discussing earlier. I don't know whether you caught it or not, mate, but we were discussing earlier a little article we saw on Hammer's News, and it gave us this thing called a 5-point plan.
Nice one, budgie.
Yeah, the 5-point plan. I want to know your opinion on this.
I had a bit of a running rant to do. Yeah. What?
Yeah. All right. So basically, what the 5-point plan points out is that there are 5 things that we need to do in the January window to improve our squad. Number 1, sign a striker. Number 2, sign a centre back. Number 3, sign Jesse Lingard. Number 4, sign a left back. Number 5, sell Yarmolenko, Fredericks, and Randolph.
Right. Okay. So look, I agree with everything we have to buy. I mean, I think they're only stating the obvious, aren't they? Really? They're stating the obvious. Like selling. The only trouble is, right, you're talking about bringing in 4 players, right? And if we're only lucky, we get 4 players. If you sell 3 players, right, that means we're only adding to our squad by 1. Wouldn't it? And we'd be lucky to get 4 players. Now, we might be adding a better quality, right? I'll say that, but we're not adding to our squad, and we're all moaning about the squad being thin.
Yeah,
so,
agreed.
To me, if you sell 3 players, you really need to be bringing in 8. But that's never going to happen, as you know. Would I sell Fredericks at this stage? He's not doing much for us. He's always bloody injured. He's back on the bench now.
I forgot to say this. Now. That just reminded me. We could sell Fredericks because of Ashby.
We could, we could. He's not adding much to the team at the moment.
Because I feel this is my feeling. Besides Yarmolenko, who I will literally take a sheep and some mozzarella cheese for. At this point. Or maybe some Nando's. I'd take him for Nando's. That's a fair trade. Besides Yarmolenko being sold for whatever, we could sell Ryan Fredericks for what, 4 or 5 million pounds. What is that going to do for us?
I was going to say 6.
And Yarmolenko. Yarmolenko's getting you no money, right? Masuaku's getting you no money. Fredericks is getting you no money. No, there's not much benefit. You will get them off the wage bill.
Yeah, clear.
Which, as we know, Yarmolenko is big.
Obviously, that accumulates, and we want a 20 million pound player. Oh, that he'll only be 10, but like that's not really the point. It's like why would we sell someone who we basically kind of need just in case for pennies on the dollar?
Exactly. There's no benefit. There's no benefits here. I reckon myself, right? And
even Randolph. What would we get for Darren Randolph? Like 500,000 pounds?
Nothing. Maybe a backup.
You probably get 500,000 for a championship club. Honest, you probably get 500,000, if not $1 million.
Like, that's the thing. He's 34 years old. Like,
yeah.
I think if we were serious, right? You know what I would do? I would sell Ben Rama to. I hope we got an offer from Newcastle of 25 to 30 million. I'd get rid of him now. Right? Get the money in and use it somewhere else, right? Because I don't think he'll ever reach the heights under Moyes at West Ham. That boy's better suited to fucking Leeds.
Kieran, let me ask you this: if we could pawn off Ben Rama to Newcastle and get Saint Maximum on a swap, there would be some like cash in the deal, like going our way?
That's not going to happen, mate. They don't need the money.
They look at Saint Maximum like we look at Rice. They probably wouldn't sell him for anything less than 80 million pounds.
They'll need him to stay up. They've got to have him to stay up, and I think they've got a chance of staying up after watching them this morning. I think they've got a chance.
So while we were discussing it earlier, Kieran, I suggested to Peach, I said, well, you know, what about, like, for example, you know, we're looking for left backs, we're looking for, you know, centre back. How about somebody like, Peach suggested Nathan Ake, and I suggest, great, because he's a good left back and he's a good centre back also. I said he's exceptional left back and exceptional centre back. But I also threw Lucas Digne into the mix.
Who I think is brilliant. Yeah.
What do you reckon on him, Kieran?
Before Kieran says anything, I think Lucas Digne would be like my. I'm not going to say dream, but like that would be the perfect backup left back or even first team left back for me.
I think he'd be first choice for me.
Yeah.
First choice
he's phenomenal.
Yeah. If I could choose a left back to bring in, it would be first Zinchenko and then Digne. Yeah, I like Zinchenko and I like Digne. So that would be my first. I like Zinchenko first, but he's probably not realistic anymore because he's getting a bit of a run at Man City.
It does remind me a bit of Leighton Baines a little bit.
Yes. Yeah. Well said.
Leighton Baines.
Yeah.
Like Zinchenko kind of like a little bit of Leighton Baines, 100%.
No. I was saying Lucas Digne reminds me a little bit of Leighton Baines. Like,
I check my actual football knowledge there.
A hard-nosed left back that can whip in across and is brilliant at set pieces.
Yeah. I know, but when you look at it, like Zinchenko can play in the middle on the left, and he can play in the left, and he can do it like Shane Coleman used to do.
I don't think Zinchenko is that great defensively.
He's better
Lucas Digne is the full package.
As an attacking option, Lucas. Zinchenko's good going forward, man. As a midfielder, really.
There's a cheaper option out there, though, guys, as well. You know, you got to consider also somebody who's done really well in the first half of the season, Rico Henry.
Yes, that's who I wanted in the summer, but I think that might be
the thing. The thing is, though, I mean, if we're talking about.
Hold on. I didn't hear what Lucas finished off with. What were you saying, Doc?
Sorry.
Or no, I was saying, I like Rico Henry as well, but that might be another situation where it's like they're not going to get. I think Rico Henry and Ivan Toney for Brentford are in the same exact like pole position where it's like, yeah, you can have him, but it's going to cost you 40 million, 30 million, whatever.
Yeah.
And I would love Rico Henry, though.
If you start doing that, Brentford are risking relegation to get them players. They're not going to do that, right? So, like some maximum, it's unachievable. Newcastle want to keep their best and bring in players to strengthen. That's why I'd like them to get Benrahma. And we get the money and use it properly.
In the Zinchenko thing, again, I love Zinchenko. I really like watching him. But and I say this all the time when like I rate players or like people ask me like, what do you think about this guy? I always think about like if he were to play for West Ham or like Everton or Aston Villa. Like I like Zinchenko, but to me, this is going to sound harsh, but I don't mean it to sound that harsh. It really feels like we would just be getting like another Masuaku type left back. I don't think Zinchenko would be great for us. Going forward, he'd be great.
I think he'd be better than that.
Yeah. He's better than Masuaku for sure. But all I'm saying is I don't think Zinchenko is that great defensively. And does he really have to defend Man City?
Lucas, I mean, Liverpool do it with Robert and Arnold, right? Arnold, I think, is a shit right back. But
no, me too. Forward, I think he's the best. He's really overrated.
He's the best delivery of a ball going forward, but he's not a good right back. But it works. It works for them.
Going forward and free dead bosses.
I personally think Reece James is the best right back in the Premier League, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, not keen on him. Not keen on him. Not he ain't a good player. I just don't like him. The fucking knob it.
Oh, I don't like him either. After the shithousery with Lanzini, and then Lanzini
that turned me against him.
Yeah, no, me too, Kieran. All it takes is one instance, and then like you are on my bad side for the rest of my life. Kieran, you would appreciate this. I use this saying all the time. I say a good grudge keeps you alive.
Yeah, bloody oath, mate. I love it.
And I've got about 30 of them.
I like that. I've
got about 30, so I'm going to be running till I'm at least 100.
Yeah,
that's good going, bro. That's good going. I used all mine up before I was 40. I'm using recycled ones now.
That bit of bullshit he did with Lanzini, I think that won us the game. Because everyone sparked up over that. So did Lanzini. Fuck you, wanker.
And Mason Mount.
I think that
Mason Mount with the open ear. Open ear.
Yeah, we want that. We want to keep doing that, boys, and we'll make you pay.
He's done that 2 or 3 times now, and it's fucked them over.
Mm.
When is he ever going to stop?
Yeah. And do you know a statement I made to you boys last week? I presume it was here, a little bit titch, but I'm sure I told you. When I said to you about Fabianski, right? He saves what he should save. And he doesn't pull off, one of them, wow, what a save. Not very often, right?
He's steady,
and I've always said that Lloris and De Gea do for Tottenham and Man United. They win points, win games, and get draws. We're putting off saves they shouldn't. And De Gea done it again this morning. He's done it again this morning, mate. There was a shot
Areola does it as well, Kieran.
That's my point I was getting to, Budge. I don't think there's a lot of difference. There's not much Fabianski's done wrong. But say De Gea this morning earned Man United a point with a save in the top corner that he flicked over the bar. Now, the difference between Fabianski and Areola might be that he does that. He makes that save that it's going to be a goal. And Fabianski don't.
Well, I think we're gonna get our first taste of Premier League Areola tomorrow. I definitely think
I hope so, man. I hope so.
Yeah. Kieran, we were talking about this earlier. I only say that because of 2 days rest. If it was a 3-day rest or a 3-day separation of the match, Fabianski would probably start. But 2 days, I think.
All Fabianski did in that game was pick the ball out the net 3 times, so he's not tired.
Yeah, but you know how it is.
I'm sorry, but
we have got fucking problems, mate. Okay?
Right, listen, shut up, you Aussie. Right, listen. Right, there's a comment on the screen. Mark says, cheaper options at striker, in my opinion. I've pointed that out for a very good reason, because within that 5-point plan that we were talking about,
Who are they?
number one was sign a striker. Now,
of course,
you know, Jonathan David, he's been, you know, looked at apparently. No, Divock Origi, we know that's probably a no-go now. Adam Klozek, that's still on the back burner.
Jonathan David was like a Canadian dollar.
Josh King, he's been mentioned, he's a no. Vardy, he's been mentioned, he's a no. But today, Adnan Januzaj came up with the target. What about you, Kieran?
I can hardly remember him when he was at Man United, wasn't he? Was he at Man United?
Yeah. He was at Man United.
Yeah, when he was like
and then he went to Sunderland.
18.
Yeah. He went to...
I don't remember him being that good. But
skills.
But you know, he's been under David Moyes 3 times already, Kieran.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. Well, that makes sense to be linked with him then.
100.
And I said this earlier. I do like him, but it would really depend on the price. Like, say if we could get him for £20 million, I'd probably say no.
Well, they're talking 20 to 25.
17 done deal.
And we don't really need need wingers.
No, but he
he can play the 10 or false 9 role.
He's another winger, isn't he? He's not 7.
Yeah, but he's been playing the 10 and false 9 role.
Thank you, Budgie. Yeah.
No, I'd rather go and get Chris Woods from Burnley.
No,
shut up.
I always said Chris Wood, I think, would be a great striker.
He's on the naughty step, fucking.
I don't want Chris Wood.
I'll put him on the naughty
step. Like I was gonna say this. I don't really like Chris Wood, but I always thought Chris Wood would be a great striker for us.
See, it's probably just the Burnley complex I don't like about him, but.
I think
we've all seen Chris Wood.
He might have to play two up front with Woods. That's it.
I hear you.
Chris Wood runs himself into the ground. He's an absolute bastard, and he loves to score against us.
Okay, but if you talk about bastards, I'd rather have Mitrovic than Chris Wood any day of the week.
Well, yeah, of course. But the only thing is, Chris Wood is Premier League proven.
So is Mitrovic at Newcastle.
He is.
If you mention that name again, Peach, I swear to God, you're going on the naughty step.
If you know what, if we get Mitrovic and he sets the world on fire, then
fuck Mitrovic. I don't want him in the fucking club. Don't want him anywhere near this place, man.
I can't say anything because he's a Slavic bastard. I'm a Slavic bastard. I can't say anything.
Like, Mitrovic time is gone. Don't need that fucker.
I do think I don't mind him, but I don't think he's the answer. I think he's found his level. He's a phenomenal championship striker, but a below average Premier League striker.
Okay, so then just to throw one in the woodworks, I bring Mitrovic and I bring Ruben Loftus-Cheek. What do you think about them apples?
I would like Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Thank you very much.
Now that is a player I would like.
Oh, I love Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
No. And I'll tell you what. Anyone with a double-barreled name should not be allowed in our team.
You said that.
Wanker.
You are such a cock at times, son. Honestly, how the hell does your mother even put up with you? Fucking hell.
It wouldn't be wanker, though. It would be like wank, wanker, wank dash wanker.
Okay, and the next point, guys. Right. Mark is now saying would sign a backup centre-back as well, or two. Right, now, we spoke about this earlier as well. Now, the fact that we need a left-back and the fact that we need a centre-back poses a slight problem in the fact that that's a lot of players, including, the striker and Jay Lings. That's 4 players. Moyes is only likely to get 4 players in if one of them is a loan deal. Now, we were discussing this earlier, and we both kind of agreed that because we have a strong central defensive capability, yeah, we've got 4 great players there now. Okay, not everybody is as enthusiastic about Issa Diop as I am, and 1 or 2 others that I chat with.
I'm with you on
but
that.
I'm enthusiastic about him. I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be very, very, very good in this coming few seasons. Yeah. So we've got Kurt Zuma coming back shortly. We've got Oggy coming back on the long term. So I think centre back would be where David Moyes would probably be better off making his loan signing 1 or 2, and if Nathan Ake would be one of them, then Nathan Ake could also play as a left back as well. Yeah. So there's plenty of options.
Yeah.
Oh, who wouldn't? David Luiz and
I think that Arab money's going to be coming in, though.
And Alex Kroll's love child, and he look at the fella. Actually, Nathan Ake has got such a good attitude towards the game.
Yeah,
he's got a really good attitude. You like him as well, don't you, Pete?
No, I love him. For left back, I think he's the.
I was saying this a couple of weeks ago. How Moyes is starting to like how we all we definitely during that time we would call him a tactical dinosaur.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I've liked about him transitioning now, and one thing I've started to notice. Moyes is starting to like those ball playing center halves instead of like the brutes. Like I would classify Dawson as a brute center half. Like he's going to give his all. He's going to put in a challenge. He's going to head everything away. But I think he's starting to move towards like he likes some ball playing center halves, which I don't mind. I think the best center back pairings are like one center half be a brute and then the other can play a pass and has some pace.
Yep.
But also can go in the air. Like Nathan Ake, the only thing I don't like about Nathan Ake, he's not a big aerial threat, but he is so good on ball. He can pass, he can dribble a little bit, and he just doesn't make bad decisions.
He can actually come on play.
You know what I've recognized. Sorry, Budgie, but you know what I've recognized, Lucas, on Moyes' approach to players in general. If he's looking at center halves or he's looking at center forwards, even the center forwards he's looking at now, or like your Jonathan Davis, your Julian Alvarez, like he's looking at 21, 20-year-olds rather than like your 26, 28. 30-year-olds.
And that's another thing that would be such a Moyes signing in Nathan Ake. He can play 2 positions.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So here's a little bit of speculative news then. We're 3 days away from the window opening. And Lingard wasn't even in the lineup for United.
Hey, you want to know who was in the lineup over him today?
Go on.
Bill Jones.
Yeah. Really?
I swear to God.
Brilliant. Oh, they're probably putting him on display so that we can buy him.
He's coming home. He's coming home.
Please, no.
I think, I'll tell you what, if Vlasic can't get, Král can't get a game for West Ham because of his haircut, Ake's got no chance. It's just too curly.
Look who's in the house, boys.
Charlie Dub.
A top lad.
CW's in. CW always comes up in the building like, always like late times. He's out
Charlie Walsh.
I don't want to have to do it, Charlie. I don't want to have to do it. Do not mention that name in my house.
Listen, Legend. C-Dub is like, and that's what I'm calling him now. C-Dub. I like that, Lucas. We got a burger place around here called C-Dub, like CW, but we call it C-Dub. Best, like, Johnny's Burgers, C-Dub. Yo, Mark R, if you're watching Johnny Shepherd, you got to check C-Dubs too. It's dope. But I'm showing you, C-Dub always comes up like, yo, last minute, like, he's going to the after party, after the after party, after the after party. My G, man, how do you mean? But yeah. What are we saying? 3 days away from the transfer window? Who's going to be the first signing?
I hope it's fucking Jesse Lingard.
You hope it's Phil Jones, what? You hope it's Phil Jones, what?
I hope he weren't at that game this morning because he's on the train on the way down to London. That's what I hope.
Yes.
Yeah. Because he's still got his flat, just up the hall from David Boyd.
Julian Alvarez, dog. That's my man. I want him for signing. Straight up.
Start. That would be a good start, anyway. And then we go from there. And then we wait 4 weeks to the end of the window to see who else we get.
I know, but that's what happened.
Don't worry. We'll sign 2 on
as long as we sign Jesse Lingard by the 8th of January, I'll be happy.
So you're saying you're not Januzaj Lingard. I want to look towards the unexpected and the unknown and get Januzaj. It could be a total flop. It could be a total romp. I don't know.
Are you going to do what everyone else does in these channels, right? They throw out a link to some player and you're going to jump on it and go, yeah, we've got to have Januzaj.
No, not at all. Not at all. What I'm saying is, no, not at all. What I'm saying is, you know what we're going to get with Jesse Lingard, but is he going to deliver twice? With Januzaj, we don't know. So it's like, could he be the second Messiah beyond what Jesse Lingard accomplished when he first came here? I'm just putting it out there. I'm just saying.
I don't know. I haven't seen. I mean, has anybody seen him play in the last year or 2 years? I haven't.
No, I haven't seen him play since he played for Sunderland. Straight up.
Exactly.
I don't know.
I didn't even
I've seen him play YouTube footage, but
don't worry. I remember him banging in that goal against us.
Yeah.
Everyone scored against us, Lucas. So that don't mean a lot.
Yeah, but not everyone scores a 90-minute winner to beat us.
That's why Lucas wants Chris Woods, because all he does is score against us.
CW is shot to wind this up, mate. I'll tell you that now.
He's fucking winding me up. I might make him eat a baby bell.
I've already talked about bacon sandwiches and that.
Mate, I'm gonna tell him we need to win the next game 10-0, and he's got to eat a baby bell for every goal. I'm going to make him eat 10 baby bells in the game. I'm going to get everybody to vote it. So be warned. Be warned. Oh, look, Affers is in the house. Good evening, Affers. Welcome as well.
Big up.
He came here to say Kansas City Chiefs.
He's making the piss out of me.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything to me, so I shall ignore that.
I think they're in Kansas. That's it.
Yeah, all right. That's where Dorothy came from.
Kansas City's actually in Missouri, by the way.
Oh, there you go. That's how fucked up America is. The fucking team. The team goes from fucking New York to fucking LA or something and call themselves fucking New York. I don't know what's going on. What is that all about? How can you move from a different state and call it the same team? Or did they change the name of the team? What do they do? Mental. It's mental.
Charlie, you are winding me right up, you Wally.
At least we only moved 3 miles down the road, right? And then move up to fucking Newcastle with that fucking ground. Jesus.
Good evening. Right, so we've got the Fun Boy 3 in the house now. So we've got Frankie, Affers, and Charlie Walsh. So the Fun Boy 3, I think we're going to call them, because something's going to happen. Charlie's already started with all this Mitrovic nonsense. He's trying to make me put him on the naughty step, I think. Yeah. Oh, yes, I would imagine Becky's in the chat somewhere as well. Venus.
She's next to him.
Yeah, of course, Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Right. So, where's he gone? Oh, but he's gone off for a VB, hasn't he?
He's getting the weather report. He's getting the weather report, Doc. He will be right back.
I'll tell you how he gets the weather report. He does that. He looks over his shoulder and he goes, "Yeah, it's fucking lovely here."
Not that good, Geezer. We've actually had a quite a wet Christmas in Boxing Day. Piss down and piss down. Today it's really, really cloudy, nice and cool though. It's cooled right down. It's brilliant.
Oh.
And yeah, we've had a fair bit of rain, which is unusual because normally Christmas Day and Boxing Day fucking stinking hot, and it's not been too bad. So yeah, not very hot. It's only been about 25 today, I'd say.
I'm not really interested. Fuck off with your
yeah, I know.
bloody weather. Tom's saying they're both quite very ill, which is sad to hear. He's got tonsillitis and she's got a chest infection. That's not very nice at all.
Affers, what you need is something warm.
Yes, you did, Rebecca.
Something warm inside you, mate.
Bex, you did hear your name, sweetheart. We were asking if you were tuned in, so on and so forth. No. Mitrovic has everything we need in a striker. I'd rather turn him than Lingard. Right. Charlie, that's your last bloody warning. I'm telling you. I'll put him on the naughty step. But it'll be for 5 minutes and I can't do anything about that. Lucas, how are your toes? Off, Rebecca.
Cold and pale.
Cold and pale. I expect that means something to her, you know.
Yes, it does.
Shame it couldn't rain in Melbourne today. Yeah, shame it didn't rain in Brisbane.
Yeah, well, it did.
Actually, Tom, not quite true, mate. Me and my boy, well, I'm actually waiting on a PTR result, but I don't think it's that. Me and my boy have been down and it's been flu and it's been not very nice. And, you know, I know they're saying that this Optimus Prime or Megatron or whatever.
I haven't heard that yet. That's really funny.
I don't know what it's called. You know, this new strain of COVID.
I call it Omar.
Oh, it's Omicron, isn't it? Or Omicron or something. I don't know.
Just call it.
Sounds like a bloody Transformer. Yeah, but I know they're saying that the symptoms are similar to that of flu. But mate, I have not felt flu like I did. That was not COVID. That was honestly, mate. It was something else.
The devil himself.
I think he might have had a hand in it. Because it's still sore now. Affers, Eric, Jemba, get him in. Now that isn't a bad shout. That isn't a bad shout at all, actually. I've heard his name a couple of times, actually, before. Yeah. Oh, no. Right, hold up. Where are you? It's all right. My charge lead's only just here. I ain't got to go far.
Yeah, right.
Don't you just hate that?
I'm going to stick a steak on the barbie later, Mark.
Oh, that'd be nice, mate.
Yeah, I'm going to stick a steak on the barbie later.
Yeah, don't put too much garlic on it. I don't like too much garlic.
No, I don't. I like a steak. I like a steak to be nice, medium rare, more rare than medium. And I don't need anything else to go. I just like the taste of the meat. That's it.
So
I'm the same. I'm the same
it's more
way.
like a blue
I'm
steak.
not big on salt and pepper. I just like the natural taste of a steak.
Yeah, a good steak, nice steak, a nice ribeye fillet.
Do you have it more like on the blue side then?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I wouldn't go blue, but definitely if it's medium, it's too much for me. I need to see that at least good pink stripe right across the middle, at least that.
I'm more of a medium guy, but I respect the game. I respect you.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, now depending on what cut of meat it is, for me, a good fillet steak, it's got to be rare. You know, literally, it's got to be rare. Not uncooked at all, but You know, like literally just you
want it like that, so... perfect here, right? Is get the barbie fired up, mate. You get it 2 minutes each side, and you'd have it nice for you then. Podgy, that'd be perfect for you.
Yeah. Yeah, a nice fillet steak. Whereas, you know, like if you get something like a T-bone, I like it more medium rare.
Oh, I love a T-bone.
Oh, yeah. Best T-bone I ever had.
You know what a T-bone is, Podgy?
Yeah, it's the best cut of meat on the cow.
No, but it's two steaks, right? It's a fillet.
Oh, yeah, right.
It's a fillet on one side, and I think it's a porterhouse on the other. Or a sirloin, sorry, sirloin. No, it's a sirloin on the other. Sirloin and a fillet.
Yeah.
So you get two steaks for the price of one. That.
But I'll tell you what, the best steak I've ever had in my life was a T-bone from an Argentinian restaurant in
not Outback Steakhouse.
No, this was in the middle of Amsterdam, and it's right in the main square in the middle of Amsterdam as well. And there's this Argentinian restaurant, and I can't remember what it's called now, but all of the staff in there are Argentinian. All their meat is imported, and
I've had some good Argentinian steak.
Unbelievable. 38 or 36 ounce steak. This T-bone was. It was just incredible.
Big steak.
Incredible. And like, you know, they were like, "Oh, what would you like with it?" And I weren't really aware of what a 32 ounce steak looked like. 32 ounce, yeah. I weren't aware what a 32 ounce steak looked like. I'd never had one in my life. You know, I've always gone for, I'll just get a bit of rump or whatever, you know. But so they said, what would I like with it? And I was like, well, you know, I'll have some garlic mushrooms, and I'll have some onion rings, and I'll have some chips. When it came out, I thought I was feeding the whole freaking table. I thought what he brought out was for the whole table. It was ridiculous. Ridiculous. And it was only about, I think it was about the equivalent of about 15 quid. So it was about 20 euros or something, you know, for this meal. And I could not get through it. Couldn't get through it. I mean, like, you couldn't get a steak.
That's a big steak, man. Jesus.
And it is, yeah. And it was a ridiculous amount of food for a silly amount of money.
I had some nice steaks in America, mate. The boys, some good steaks in America. And but I'll tell you what, one of the best steaks I've ever tasted, I don't know if you, Lucas, have had it, is a Wagyu steak. Have you ever had one?
Yeah. I've never had one because I'm poor, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting to have.
I've only got lucky once. Someone else paid for it. You know what I mean? So I got lucky and had a Wagyu. Wow. That's another.
I've never even heard of it. So you both got me at a disadvantage.
It's a Japanese cut.
Yeah.
From a cow. And it's
very marbled in there. So the fat runs through it. And it should.
You both would like it. Actually, Peach too, because I know he likes his steak rare. But like, if you like your steak rare or blue, this cut of steak is like eating butter.
Yeah.
Or it's as soft as butter.
And some actually, Lucas, I'll say a thing about it. Some of the best Wagyu here is manufactured here in Australia.
Really?
Yeah. They've got some of the best Wagyu. They have to be DNA tested, all their cattle, to call it Wagyu, you know, and their breeding program. But it's a big thing here in Australia. They send it to a lot of the top restaurants around the world. Their Wagyu steak.
My favorite cut of steak. I love a good New York strip. I love a good New York strip.
What do I keep hearing that, and most people do, right? What is that though? Compared, is that just a ribeye fillet, Lucas? Or
basically, yeah.
It is, yeah. It is, yeah. Thought it might be, because that's my favorite, you know, steak is a ribeye fillet.
Like, I love a good filet mignon, but you know me, that's too small for me. If I have a 12-ounce filet mignon, that might run me $50.
Really?
You would have to find the biggest cow on earth.
You need two, wouldn't you? You need two.
It'd have to be a bison.
Yeah.
Oh,
anyway, see that Charlie? Charlie just comes in the chat and it turns to fucking food. I told you that boy has got telepathic powers. He's got telepathic powers, right? You end up talking about food because Charlie's fucking come on. Does my head in.
Yeah, look, and it's typical that Tom's in the chat and he's asking, "Have you seen the cricket score?"
I haven't. Appa, tell me, how bad is it? I haven't seen it. I've ignored it for the last 2 days. I haven't seen fuck all. And that's the truth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I hope everything's going well, Bex, by the way, with the baby and development.
Anyway, a question I threw out earlier, Gazer, right? For two of you. If, just a silly one, if Noble doesn't play tomorrow and we play Crowell in that position instead of Noble, who's our captain?
That's exactly what my question was. Yeah.
That's always been. That's always who's captained if Rice and Noble are off or out.
So I think it would have been Cresswell.
Oh,
but he's not there either.
Yeah, the line of duty usually goes. Well, obviously because Noble doesn't play all the time, it goes Rice, Noble, Cresswell, Fabianski.
Yeah, I think you're right. What I would do if I had a choice, I'd make Bowen captain. But I think it will go in seniority of how long they've been there. And I imagine, unless Lanzini comes into it, well, how long's Lanzini been there? Has he been there longer than Fabianski?
5 years, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 years, I think. Since 2014, 15.
Yeah, I think he's the longest serving player there.
If he starts, he could be the captain.
Other than like,
you know what? I would not mind seeing. I'm not usually a fan of this, but if Fabianski doesn't start, I wouldn't mind seeing Antonio maybe being captain. But I'm not a big fan of strikers being captains. But I don't know.
No,
Lanzini's not a bad shout. If Fabianski doesn't play, honestly, Dawson might not be a bad shout. I don't know. That's a really good question, actually.
I just love to give it to Bowen because of his effort and go, right, boys, come on, give him another lift and let him go.
Yeah.
But Antonio's not a bad idea either. He'd love that role. I think you'd get more out of him if you did.
Yeah, I think so too, Ken. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of strikers being captains, but I think Antonio would relish it. I really do.
If I had to put my money on it, I think I'd put my money on Lanzini.
I'd say Antonio or Dawson before. I think it's going to go to Fabianski.
If Noble or Fabianski do not play tomorrow, I would put my money on Lanzini being captain.
I hope he gives it to Masuaku. Masuaku gets it. I just watched the meltdown.
Shut up, you dickhead.
Please, Lucas, tell him for me,
Masuaku. He might not even get a start.
I just see the meltdown and everyone going, fucking hell, what's he doing?
You're shopping at Toys R Us, dog. You are shopping at Toys R Us.
Fucking hell. All right, boys, listen, it's nearly 3:30 in the morning for me. So I am going to call it a night for myself.
No, you know what, Budgie, though? Let me tell you, it was good to see you, like, in better spirits today and, like, feeling better. That was wicked, man.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, guys. And, it's nice to be back on the right side of health, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because when you were ill, you were talking absolute bollocks.
Oh, then I'm always fucking ill.
Yeah, I think I even said I loved you, Kieran. Yeah, that's right. I was talking the right load of bollocks.
You don't want to be like me. Then Peach is always ill. Peach is ill for forever. Stand up.
You know what I mean? Let's see how things turn to shit when I'm ill. You know what I mean? Nothing gets done. Dishes piled up. All right, guys, listen, it's been a pleasure chatting to you all. Lucas, it's a pleasure meeting you. I hope to see you again soon, mate. And give my regards to all your colleagues on American Hammers TV.
Absolutely.
They're a bit dodgy as well, Fudge.
Everybody in the chat, I'm not going to name everybody, but I will say, Charlie Walsh, pleasure as always. having a bet with you, Tom. Yeah, everybody, Bex, everybody that's in there. Thank you for your time, guys. I'm out of here. Talk to you soon.
Get in touch with me.
Yeah, I'll talk to you about 9ish in the morning.
All right.
For me, that's like 6 hours. Yeah, yeah. I'll call you in 6 hours. All right.
About what? About what? It's game night tonight.
About what?
Gay night? What, you going down the gay bar?
Hey, yo,
Is that what you said? He said it's gay night, didn't he?
Yeah, I
he
like
said
the
it's gay
teaser,
night.
I like
yeah,
the
no,
teaser.
I'm not fucking. I'm not calling you on gay night, mate. Fuck that. No, I ain't having you going down there all hot and sweaty on the string for me. No, seriously. Oh, you know, it's only Tuesday tomorrow anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're gonna record Unfocused this week, yeah?
Yeah, do it sometime during the week. I presume
I might not be able to do it live this week, that's all. I might have previous commitments next week on Saturday, so all right, well, I'll give you a chat. I'll chat with you tomorrow, yeah?
All right, boy. Talk to you.
Okay. Right, thanks everybody. Talk to you soon, guys.
Do yourself up, man. Done now.
And Kieran, Tom said about the cricket, we lost by an innings in 16 runs. They retained the Ashes.
Wow.
Thanks for cheering me up with that, mate. Thanks,
Tom.
Fuck's sake. That didn't take long, did it? It only took 2 tests.
3.
3 tests, sorry, 3 tests. Fuck's sake, embarrassing. There we go. That's cricket.
We have WeStHaM tomorrow.
Bad. That's really bad. There you go. An innings and 16 runs. Fuck's sake. That's really poor. And the next test is at the SCG, mate. The pink test. There you go. Oh well, that'll be interesting.
The test is tomorrow. Watford without Rice.
Kieran, what are you saying for tomorrow? What are you saying for tomorrow? We're gonna do like Watford in, or like we're getting done by Watford and like
I was trying to be positive earlier. I was on with Titch earlier.
No, be positive, dog. You have to be positive, dog. Come on, be positive.
No, I think yes. In the end, I think we're gonna lose 2-1. We're gonna lose 2-1.
You always say that, and then it comes true. You're like, we're gonna lose 2-0.
No,
we're gonna lose 2-1. We always no.
I'll tell you what, Paige. If we're anything like Southampton, right, we've lost that game. Right? It's as simple as that. But I am expecting a response, mate. We can't be that bad again. We just can't be that bad again. And
so who's in the midfield then? Who's in the midfield? Souček and who, dog? Souček and who?
Do you know what look? This is what I would do. I would play KnoW and I would play Souček, but I'd make it a 3, right? I'd make Lanzini next to them. I want him to pull the fucking the strings, and I want Lanzini to be able to play that ball out to the wings, into the forwards, and then that. And I see KnoW, you do not come over the halfway line, right? You're the sitter. Souček, we get it out wide. You fucking get into the box.
Yeah.
Give us a more attacking threat.
We're talking like an American football coach right now, and I love that.
Lanzini's the key to that. Lanzini's the key. We need Lanzini to fucking link them 2 defensive midfielders to the front forwards, and then have Souček bombing forward. That's what I would do. Will it work? I don't know. But KnoW, to me, still an unknown quantity. I think he had a decent game in that Carabao Cup against Man United. But it was Man United's B team. But I would try that. If we see the team sheets tomorrow and Noble's playing, my head will drop.
Me too, dog. Me too, man.
100%. So I don't want him starting. But Moyes, it wouldn't surprise me if Noble started at all.
No, me neither. But I don't want to see it because Moyes has to know that like Noble is the closer off it. He's the finisher now. And like I love what Lucas just said about like him with like his NFL American football shit. Like, yo, That sounds like something, doesn't it? With like Lanzini, Craw, and like Suchek. It sounds like something, doesn't it? Like
it's worth a punt. I don't care if it doesn't work or not. I'd still try it. I would start Vlasic again, and I'd have Antonio on the right, Vlasic on the left, Bowen in the middle. Interchangeable, all fucking free.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
That's what I would do. Right, Benrahma would be on the bench for me, right? And hopefully you could bring him on as an impact sub. But I would start Antonio and give him another run, and I'd give Vlasic another run.
Trust me, like these. Hold on. These NFL play things like round these ways. Yeah, you get like play action passes, and it's like with the setup with like Suchek, Noble, and like fucking Crawl, you could do like play action passes with the man in my front, and it's like good interchangeable things. It's like reverse things. It's like trust me. Yo, if Lucas can't see it, I can see it because like yo, I used to play the fucking game, dog. And I see these things, dog. Like, yo, trust me, man. Running back things, dog. And it's like it can go on. Like you could have Ramsey being your running back. You could have like Antonio being a wide receiver. You could have like it could be Benrahma being like well, he'd be your running back too. But it would be mad. Trust me.
Do you know it's sort of all gone against us here. Watford haven't played a game since the 10th of December. They basically had a winter break, you know.
Yeah.
So that should benefit them. That should benefit them. You know.
Yo, I just gotta show something to like. I gotta show something to Tom, dog. Straight up, cause like, yo, this is like back in the day, dog. You see me in my Bengals thing, dog. Back in the day, dog. Yo, I've been Bengals since like Icky Woods and Boomer Esiason, dog. So and no, that was just the average 32. We're going.
Nothing. That's it. Watford should have the upper hand. And I'll tell you what, I think they've lost their last 4 games, though. Right? I think they've lost their last 4 games.
Goals,
but they scored against every one of them. Every game. And how big clubs they played. I think Man City's in there, might have been Chelsea. But they've scored in every game. So do I expect to concede some more? Yeah. So to win it, we need to score at least 2, as usual, at least 2 to win it. So I just hope we got reaction from that Southampton game because that's the worst I've seen for a long time.
Yeah.
Tom says no Ismail Sarr tomorrow, which is great news.
That's because he's the best player on the pitch for them. 100%.
He's on. I'll tell you what, the boy is doing well for them. It's Sissoko. He's been a beast in the middle.
Big time.
He was so shit at Tottenham.
Yeah, absolute. Funny to watch that bad. But I'll tell you what, he's getting a new lease of life at Watford.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Oh, shit.
I really have no idea what to expect tomorrow. The only thing I know is Dawson and Diop will be playing Soufal. We should see Soufal and Johnson tomorrow.
We should.
Yeah.
I think Moyes will do that, and then
I think you've got to go 4 at the back.
Yeah, let me tell you, I really have no idea what midfield partnership we're going to see tomorrow. I really could see all 3 options presented to us, like Souček and Krause, Souček and Lanzini, Souček and Noble. My gut tells me I think it's going to be Souček and Noble, but if I was managing, I wouldn't. Even though Lanzini does get stuck out in like a counterattack, I wouldn't mind seeing Lanzini and Souček partner up.
Yeah,
just Lanzini.
I want to see 3 of them there. I want to see 3 of them. And I want to see the ball come out from the back. Diop, Dawson, give it to fucking Souček or Crow, right?
If we were to do 3, I would like to see.
You give it to Lanzini. Don't worry about anything else.
If we were to do a 3 midfield, I would like to see Souček, Crow, and Lanzini.
Yeah, that's my Lanzini. Let him work his magic. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But that would be my first half fucking ploy.
I think we're gonna see Benrahma possibly tomorrow just because he scored.
Oh, please no.
That's how I said, dog. That's how I said. I had Suchek, Craw, and yo, that would be madness. And like really up there, and then Vlasic, Bowen, and then Antonio up front. Done.
You know, it's crazy. It's so crazy how fast these.
There. He said Danny Rose. If you got Danny Rose on that left, that's why I'd put Antonio on the right?
Yeah.
It would absolutely. He's so bad. He is so bad. Well, I see him in a game a few weeks ago against Liverpool. He was so bad.
His best play date, man. His best play date.
And that's right. Like Antonio on the right, and let him rip him apart. And if he's not there, he might be Ngakia. He can rip him apart too. Fuck it.
Well, you know, it's crazy how fast these matches come because we didn't even really get to talk about the Southampton game. But Kieran, I was going to ask you if Benrahma didn't score yesterday, he had a pretty shit match, right?
Yes.
He was shot. Yeah. Right. The worst player in the first half was Fornals. I don't know what's happened to him, and he's, like I say, he's one of my favourite players, but he was horrendous. Not far behind was Benrahma.
Yeah.
So I expected both of them to go off at half time, and obviously only Fornals did, and Vlasic went off instead of Benrahma.
We were talking about this earlier. Would you agree? Yeah. Would you agree that from the subs, the right players came on, but the wrong players came off?
Yeah, because Benrahma and Fornals were the two worst players on the park, right?
100%, man.
Because he scored that tap in doesn't vindicate him for that whole game. He was poor.
To be fair, it was a good goal, but if he didn't score that goal, he had a shit match.
He had a shit match. Yeah, exactly. He was shy.
Like he saved his 4 out of 10 rate. He saved his 4 out of 10 rating with a goal, which you would probably have to give him a 6 because he did score an important goal. But if he doesn't score that goal, he was like a 4 out of 10 for me.
It was a 4. It was a 4. Exactly.
100%. And I like what Frankie says. He's like, yo, let him chase Bowen for 70 minutes. Like, let them chase Bowen for 70 minutes, then bring on the beast. And I've always said this, Antonio is so much better coming on as an impact sub.
Vlasic was arguably our best player in the first half next to Bowen.
100%.
100%. Half of that reason he was better because they were so bad. He was the best of a bad bunch, and Bowen and Rice for the whole game were the only ones could hold their head up a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
But the rest of them were really average.
It's a sad but kind of a nice thing to see that like Bowen is starting to almost. I'm not trying to compare Bowen to Rice, but Bowen is starting to almost have that Rice aura about him, where this guy is not having anything less than a 7 out of 10.
I feel that.
Exactly. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's getting that every week. He's trying his hardest.
That's a good comparison.
And he's not even playing in his best position.
I know.
No.
But that that was one of the positives I took.
Was doing my head in that game, right? Really doing my head in. And I
Kieran,
said,
you want to know what really?
I was telling you.
You want to know what was doing my head in?
What's up?
You know how obviously like there's people that love Vlasic and like they were begging, oh, he needs time, he just needs time and he'll come good. And then those are the same people that are saying that Vlasic is shit. He doesn't need. He shouldn't need time. Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
So I said
again, Lucas. One of them's your mate, Mr. Fever. I saw him doing it again yesterday.
I do disagree with him, but he's not the only one. There's an army out there.
He's not the only one. There's plenty.
There's an army.
There is. There's a load of people who have given up on him already, right? And I don't know why.
This is what does my head in, though. So, you know how, and I said this up front. I think the only mistake Vlasic has made in the past 2-3 matches he's played was yesterday when he didn't lay the ball off to Benrahma on that counterattack.
Yeah.
You know what does my head in?
Go on.
Benrahma would have done the same exact thing.
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah, but he would have hit the ball over the bar.
Like he did.
I just will never understand.
He snagged that one ball. That one ball was like a try.
It was even the same with Fornals. I just don't understand why we'll give Benrahma and Fornals time, but we won't give Vlasic time.
No,
we gave Mascherano time and Tevez time, and Mascherano never got out of the blocks. Tevez did get out of the blocks, and even Mark Noble said they felt like they were playing like Real Madrid at the end of the season that we stayed up when we beat Manchester United that time.
If you know ball and have been watching West Ham or just football in general, like Vlasic has got something about him. He does.
Yeah, I know.
Got something about him. And I just think it's really unfair that he gets slated to the absolute brink.
Yep, it is unfair. And then performed. Yep,
it is unfair, and but that doesn't mean to say he is going to make it and he is going to be a great signing. I don't know.
Yeah,
he hasn't impressed as you'd like him to, but I'd still fucking hell, mate. Give him some chances to play, and then we'll find out.
Yeah.
So that's why I'd start him again.
And again, I've said this. I've said it a million times. There's two things left missing to make a valid opinion on him. He hasn't played a full 90 minutes, and he is yet to play with the first team, like the full first team.
Yep. Like full fit first team. You're right.
Exactly.
Still has yet to play with Antonio.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Cresswell, like everybody intertwined and intermingled. Like, yes, please.
Because I really do think that, and again, I know it does sound a little like biased because I am Croatian and I do love him, but like I don't see how people look at him and don't see like that there's something about him. I think he's quality. But he's going to need time. Benrahma got his time. Fornal's got his time. I just don't get why Vlasic can't have his. Maybe because they feel threatened that he might take Benrahma's place. I don't know.
Look, you know what it's like. People take a stance. People take a stance on players very early, right? And then they basically want to be right. And half the time is they will pick them out from, doing mistakes and having a bad game because they'll just want to be right. They don't care that, you know what I mean? They just don't want to be wrong. Now, when you take a stance, I never do that if a West Ham player comes in, even if he's shit at the beginning. I always want to give him time. I don't care who the player is and how bad he is. Give him time. But certain players, especially on this YouTube bollocks, or certain people, just take a stance up against a player and they'll fucking pick him out every game that he does something wrong because they don't want to be wrong. Nothing to do with the player, just don't want to be wrong because they said he was rubbish. And they'll also, when you see a player have a very average game, they will talk how good he done this and how good he done that. Oh, he scored a goal, but he was shit. They won't mention that bit. He was shit in the game. Because
it's all about the team. It's not about individual players. It's team. You know what I mean? It's a team game. Like it's not about individual players. It's about a team in general, man.
No, I totally agree. Because Bowen had a better game than Benrahma, and Bowen didn't score.
Oh,
100 game. It don't even come close. Bowen and Rice were the two shining lights in that game. And Rice didn't have his best game. Rice didn't have his best game by a long shot. But they were the shining lights in that game. No one else.
Yeah, not many.
That. And Benrahma scored a fucking goal. Maybe if you had a really good performance, we score 4. But you didn't. Fucking hell, people forget that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. I don't really take a stance on a player. I just, because they wear the shirt, I want them to be amazing. I don't care who it is. It could be,
but all of them.
It could be Wilfred Zaha. I hate him to death.
You're not picking out one individual. You're saying all of them.
I want him to be the best player of all time.
I know, man.
No, I take a while, mate. Look, if we're 2 years into a player, then like now, I realise now, I think Benrahma's never going to be a great player for West Ham. I don't think he ever will be. I could be wrong, but I'll stand by that now.
I might be right. Yeah.
I would say. But I've given him 18 months to see he's good and to see he's bad. And I know that under Moyes, and I'm not saying that Ben Rama's a bad player, but I don't think he can make it under Moyes. Like Allaire couldn't. That's how I feel about him. Allaire couldn't. Allaire is a good striker. He will score you goals. But he could never make it under Moyes.
But somebody said it in the chat earlier. They said Ben Rama's predictable, and he has become predictable, even though he has that like off the fly brilliance.
And it's obviously not just him; it's us as well. Yeah, I mean, my whole thing is like I just don't get the whole slander. I really don't. But
no.
And Kieran, this was another thing I said. Like even the price tag, like okay, yeah. Vlasic may have been 27 million, 30 pounds, whatever. But wasn't Ben Rama 24, 25?
He was up there, Doc. He was up there.
For a championship player.
Yeah.
For a championship player. Right, isn't that,
I don't get it at all.
No. The only thing that does hold Vlasic back is people now, if you spend 27 million on a player, they expect to roll into the first team and boom, kick off straight away.
In reality, that's not Vlasic's choice or fault that he's
worth that
money.
Nothing to do with it. The price he was sold for has nothing to do with it. Right?
No.
If it had been 10 million, would people be slagging him off? No, so hang on, let's give him time because it's only 10 million. We'll think it gets better.
And the thing with Vlasic, that's 17 million over 5 years, Doc. Like Gonzo done said that on Hammerstead. It's 17 million over 5 years. Everybody got this like 30 million thing in the head. What have they seen the contract?
I heard the same thing. Apparently he just has a bunch of incentives. Like he has a gigantic amount of incentives as well.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, Doc, that's like 17 million over like 5 years. So put incentives into the mix. But it's not pushing it up that much, Doc. Like everybody's saying it's 30 million. What, they seen the contracts? I ain't seen no contracts. Has Daya seen the contracts? If Daya seen the contracts, please let me know. Because like I haven't seen no contracts, Doc. It's been 17 million over 5 years. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's
sometimes Peach, we get spoiled, right?
Yes.
And when we brought in Lingard and he had that first 9 games and just banging, we expect that now from every player. And it's just not going to happen. Lingard's held off at the end. He was pretty fucking average at the end. He was very average. But people want to forget that.
I totally agree.
Long make 100%, Lucas.
I've always been on the fence of keeping it real at all times. Like if a player does great, I'm here for it, and I'll praise him. If he plays like shit, I'm gonna let the world know that he plays like shit.
Trust me.
Like Diop, I like Diop a lot, but he has been absolute shit.
Been poor.
See, I thought he's been playing good in the last few games. I know the last match wasn't his best, but I thought he's been holding his own of recent, man.
Kieran, we were talking about this earlier. Me and Peach had a disagreement. Don't you think that Diop got sent for a hot dog, and that was the reason why Dawson had to try and foul the poor
guy? No,
that was all down to Diop. The whole penalty was down to Diop. He told him
I don't even think that was a penalty, though. But I was saying, I don't even think that was a penalty.
We agree with you, Peach. We agree on that. That was not a penalty.
He spun him. The geezer spun him. It was at Brozier, wasn't it? He spun him.
Yeah.
And it was away. And then he left him one-on-one with Dawson because Diop committed up there. He made a massive fuck up, right? Dawson done his best to stop him, but it didn't happen. And they ended up with a penalty.
To be fair, he did stop him, and we got fucked.
Yeah,
he still did.
But I think we got fucked on the penalty too, though.
For sure.
I think Dawson stopped him, and he got fucked. But
don't worry. The Premier League will come out. They'll phone David Moyes. Hey, we did fuck up. We just wanted to tell you we fucked up.
Yeah, 10 days later.
We just want to give you
10 days later. Trust me.
We just want to give your conscience a nice clearing.
Yeah, I never want to go on about that penalty. That's one of them. Some people will give it, some people won't, right? I'm not worried about that penalty because that's not the reason we lost the game. We lost the game because we were shy.
You're right. You're right.
That's why we lost the game.
You're right. So it don't even matter fucking going on about it. You're right. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, we played like garbage.
Yeah.
The first half without Vlasic proving his signs of brilliance in and around the match, and I heard this, so it's not me saying this, but it's like I heard it. Like people were saying, like we look like and I love Slaven Village. I think he's the bomb, but it's like we look
Who
like the
you
Slaven
telling?
Village
I love
side when
that
we
guy.
weren't like pressing. It's like we like it just looked like that lackluster performance, and we don't want to go back to that West Ham. We want to like be moving up on the incline, like a roller coaster, going up that roller
Which
coaster,
is
like
why,
fucking hill.
this transfer window, I think,
It's so
is the
important.
most
So
important
important.
one
It's so
we've
important.
had in a very long time, because
if not ever,
we are currently sitting in 6th place right now, 4 points behind 4th.
Yep.
And I know last season we were
no more than that. Who's 4th, Lucas?
Arsenal.
No, they're 7 points in front of us, I think.
Here, let me double check.
See,
I think 7 points in front of us.
Let me double check.
But it's like honestly, if y'all check it out in the Premier League, since it started from like the old first division in the Premier League, this is the most
a month ago.
This is the most important transfer window we've ever had in the Premier League, ever.
It is. But a month ago, Arsenal were nowhere. Now they're 7 points in front of us. So that tells
I know, but the Arsenal,
in December, weren't a good. It weren't a good month for West Ham or the English cricket team. Not at all.
No, word up, but there are some.
But like this right here, I think is the most important transfer window we've had in a long time, because we're 7 points off 4th, and I know we are. It hasn't shown, but I think we are better than Arsenal. I think we are.
Yes,
I really
we're 3-4 players away from like winning, like having top 4.
I'm not convinced of that. Well, if we both teams had their full teams, we compete with them. I don't think we're better.
Any day of the week.
Yeah, no, I'm saying.
What Mark Cole is saying there. What Mark Cole is saying. We're fortunate to still have Dorset. We are, because I was delighted. Not long ago that we had 4 good centre halves that we could. Play 2 in the Premier League and 2 in the Cup game, and it was working. It was working. But and we are fortunate. If they're not there, them 2, what have we got to fucking? We were lucky that we didn't have enough.
Not only is this the most important transfer window ever, it's like we have the academy back. Like we have players ready to step into a role from a year or 2, which are going to be massive. And these players are like on the right track. They're on a straight and narrow to do 2 things. And it's like, if we can get players to bulk up that first team squad to push the top 4 positions, you don't understand, dog. Like, you don't understand how massive this is, because like, yeah, West Ham's massive everywhere we go. West Ham is so fucking massive. We'll run the whole Premier League show if we get this transfer window right. And we get the transfer window right, we have the backups in the academy ready to come in like hungry lions, dog. Like, I'm not fucking with you, man.
This is West Ham. Are you confident we get this transfer window right?
No.
I'm not at all.
No, but do I hope? Yes. Do I hold on to that?
January
transfer window. Am I that like person like in the movie Die Hard, hanging onto the building, hoping with one arm like gone, with like my left hand holding it up, which is my weekend? Like, I'm hoping, dog. And if we can pull it off, fucking hell.
No, again, that's why we agree, because like I said, despite our run of form, I still think we are just as good as Arsenal and Tottenham when you put our first teams head to head. And I'm not going to let this run of form illuminate like, oh, Arsenal are way better than us, because I don't think they are. They just have had a good run of form. We've had a bad run of form. And that's why I'm saying this transfer window is so important, because we really are just a few pieces away when we're fully healthy. We're a few pieces away.
The trouble is, with that, we're not going to be fully healthy for a long time. With Cresswell, Zuma, and Ogbonna.
Zuma sounds like he should be back faster than expected. But
when Liverpool, right, and I always make this comparison, right? When Liverpool were knocking on the door to the title, but no one couldn't get past City. That Klopp, right, knew that the 2 jigsaw pieces missing was the goalkeeper and a centre half.
And he brought in
the goalkeeper, and he brought in
Van Dijk.
Van Dijk.
Yeah,
all of a sudden,
in January,
they were a gnat's cock away from fucking winning the league, and the next year they won it. That next season, Pickford fucking assaults fucking Dyke, and they don't win the league. That's how important, his transfers were to that team, right? And I think we're at that stage. Right? We are not thinking about winning titles, but we would like to try and finish back in the top 6 again. And this is how important this window is to us. But do I trust Moyes to get it right, or the ball to spend the money?
I don't trust the board. I do trust Moyes.
They have to. I don't think it's going to go on either, Kieran. But they have to. If they don't do it, I'm going to be disgusted.
What worries me about Moyes is he had 2 windows. He had 2 or 3 windows to bring in a striker. He didn't. He sold Haller, never replaced him. He had the last window, never put a striker in. We got one. Yeah. We've got Antonio. To me, he's not a striker, but we'll call him a striker for the sake of argument. But he did not bring another striker in. We need 2 strikers.
You're right, no.
That's what we really need. And I don't trust Moyes again. And it's not about GSB and the ball and stuff. I don't trust him to bring another one in this time. I don't trust him because he doesn't. He doesn't go out and get strikers. He gets fucking wingers and then tries to convert them. And I mean, maybe that was in thinking with Vlasic. Maybe Vlasic was in his head about, getting him and we'll make him a striker. I don't know. But I want to see that. But even that Brozier, I like the look of that Brozier. I watched him a few times this year.
No, he looks tidy. Yeah,
he don't look a bad boy.
Yeah, I fancy him, and he looks tidy, man. Trust me.
We can't find a striker from nowhere. God, we need 2. We need 2
man. Yeah.
But will we get 2? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
There's so many tasty strikers out there, and it's like we can't find one. Like, you scour the globe. Like, I'm talking South America. I'm talking like wherever, like anywhere in Europe. Like, like North America is like, there's strikers out there, dog. Like, straight up.
We could be wrong, and it's all going to be sorted. And we have loads of players come in. Couple of good strikers, and we're laughing in 3 weeks' time.
Who knows?
Because we brought the scouting people in there to identify them.
That's what I'm saying.
There's no excuses. There's no excuses. It's all about money.
But that's what I'm saying. If we don't do it this transfer window, there are no excuses at all. Like, we brought in everybody in play. We brought in Newman to do the scouting, all that shit. We brought in Krasinski, Mr. 27%.
Oh, real quick. Shout out to Daniel Krasinski. He donated 10,000
I know, 10,000. That was big. That was big. Big place.
Absolutely massive.
Big place.
That gives me a little hope.
When I was kicking it with Duke and Gatesy tonight, dog. Duke or Gatesy, I forget which one mentioned it, but they mentioned that, and I was like, I was just like blown away. I was like, what, really? Like, that's legendary status, man. That's like, yeah. And you know what? When I was watching the match on the WeStHaM match, when I was watching it, I think it was an American channel, the NBCSN or whatever. They mentioned Ada, and it was brilliant, man. Like, it was just after the second half begun, and they mentioned her, and it was wicked hearing like her name on there. And then you got Krasinski doing like these things, like, it's only right, man. It's only right.
Yeah. Kieran,
fuck up, man. It's only right, man.
Kieran, I'll tell you, this window does give me a little bit of hope, just because, well, not solely because of this, but it's just like a nice move in the right direction, I guess. Krasinski donated 10,000 pounds to the Isla Cannon fund.
Did he?
Yeah. 10,000 pounds.
fucking brilliant, isn't it?
Money, man.
So not only is he already immersing himself into the culture,
I love that.
because we can all say that is probably the biggest part of anything West Ham. If you don't immerse yourself into the culture, you're fucked. You're never gonna make it.
That's a good move. I'd like to call it good PR, but he's probably just a generous geezer. I'll give him credit for that. That's really good.
Yes,
So,
well said.
And I don't want to completely correlate that with like, oh, we're gonna have a fantastic transfer window, a fantastic summer, but that's just like a nice foot in the
right direction. Yes.
So like,
yes, 100. Yeah.
A lot of people appreciate that, and it will be, he'll be more liked because of it. It's a good start.
Yeah.
Very good start, man. Really nice.
So that does give me a little hope to look up onward and upward, hopefully. For
even though I don't think he'll have much say in what we buy and what we don't, but I think it's about identifying the players you want, which we put people in place to do that, and it's about Moyes. It's about Moyes going, yeah, let's get them. And he worries me sometimes more than them guys with the money, because he divers and he doesn't get
Rob Newman and Moyes Jr. That's the scouting room.
And who's the other geezer? There's another.
It's Newman and Moyes' son, Moyes Jr.
He's another bloke, though, isn't it? Something Santos or something.
Yes, that's it. Santos. You're right. Yes. You're right.
He's another one. Yeah.
Let me tell you, I still to this day, one of the most embarrassing West Ham things of all time was when we had one scout on the books. That was fucking dreadful.
You remember that, yeah?
And obviously not trying to compare ourselves to Man United, Man City, or whatever. But
that was after like Huselas, I took all his books with him and I told him fucked off that. Trust me.
I know. And I think he was part of the time, right?
Yeah, like West Ham, get it together. Can we get at least like 2 or 3 scouts? We don't need 10, but like, can we just get a few?
No, but at the time before that, we had like Huselas' kids scouting, as well as Jack Sullivan scouting, as well as Huselas scouting. Like, it was madness. And then Huselas leaves, his son leaves, Jack fucking goes and like does the women's team and that. And I don't know who we had. We had some like no name, like I don't know, like Terry the Bin Tim, fucking like running 2 things, dog. And it's like, what? Like, how'd you get the position? It was madness.
See that, and I've said this before, though. Look, see Newman, right? He ain't coming to West Ham and they're saying, right, could you go out and scout? That boy's probably got a big black book with all the fucking players already, right? But it's probably in a computer. It's probably in a computer these days. But he's got a big black book going, yeah, mate, this guy. I've been watching them for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
The list is already there. They don't have to start running around Europe looking at players. They know. They know. Because of the experience he's got and the contacts he's got. So I don't believe there's any excuse for not having the players that he can show you and say, look, if you want a left back, what about these 3? If you want a striker, what about these 4? It's already there.
They have to get these people in like yesterday.
And doing it.
I mean, when you think about it, it should be just as easy as like, okay,
it's that easy though.
I'm gonna give you 4 lists of 10 players in each position I want. Here's my priority. Let me know.
Like 3, 4, 5 different leagues.
Exactly. That's it. It's pretty simple. Once you've got the right people in place with the contacts and the knowledge they've got, and these boys seem to have that. Where was it? Man City, Newman.
Yeah.
It's not a bad resume, is it? You must have fucking.
And you got to remember, they didn't let Rob Newman leave early. They made him see out his contract.
Yeah. So the boy must know his shit. So I don't believe that the list isn't already there, and the targets are already been identified. I don't believe that it's happened. It's just what budget you've got.
Yeah.
And how serious you are getting these players.
Yeah, and I know we already talked about this the other day, or however long ago it was. But yeah, I'm just hopefully I just hope they take it serious, just because, I mean, obviously we're not in a better position than we were last year when we got Lingard, but I still really believe, even with our injuries right now, if we got four players, we bought 3, got 1 on loan, I still really think we could fight.
If we brought 4 players ready to go, and got 4 players in, you've got to remember, we've got to hope that Zuma and Ogbonna come back, Cresswell comes back, and then you've got another boost.
The Zuma news is positive. I think
it's positive.
He's not. He chose not to get surgery, and he's ahead of schedule.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. So apparently he's ahead of schedule, and we're going to get him back faster than what we initially thought.
Okay.
And I really do feel once Cresswell comes back, I think we'll get like a good amount of stability back.
Yeah, big loss, isn't he? He's a massive loss.
Yeah, we do need.
It's amazing. You don't realize how important they are till you lose them, eh?
Yeah, because I mean, we can be honest. Cresswell, he doesn't set the world on fire, but like he's just a solid player with like a few good traits
and a great delivery into the box. That's what he's got.
And he's hard as nails. And obviously puts his body on the line for the team. That's why he's injured.
Yeah.
I still, to this day, I will never forget the match against. Fuck, who was it against? It might have been against Chelsea. I can't remember. Kieran, do you remember the match where Souček literally put his face or blocked a shot with his face in front of goal, and he was all bloodied up?
His eye open. Yeah, and then got up again. Yeah.
I like
really warrior stuff, wasn't it?
Like there's a David Martin clean sheet at Stamford Bridge, and then there's that for me. Just things you don't forget. Things you don't forget and you'll always appreciate.
Yeah, you do, because it was a moment he just didn't care. All he cared about was stopping that ball, not the big split he had in his eye. And to me, that's just so old school. It's just so old school of players and what they used to be like. Billy Bonds was the same.
And that gets back to what we were talking about earlier with WeStHaM. Like, if you don't immerse yourself into the culture, you're never going to make it ever. Because that's the thing that I have positivity with Vlasic. Like, Vlasic looks like the type of guy that is gonna run through a brick wall for you.
Yeah, I think he will.
You can already see it. He runs his ass off, and so does Soufal, Souček, Vlasic, Bowen, Rice, Dawson, Zuma, Ogbonna.
We just want to know now. The work rate is it's undeniable. I think he's a fairly fit athlete too. I don't think there's any problem there. It's just, has he got that quality to make it in the Premier League?
Yeah.
That's the only question left, right? We can see his desire.
People will say no because at 19 at Everton, he didn't set the world on fire.
Yeah, but that's happened to lots of players. I mean, how many strikers have gone Man United and failed, and then went somewhere else and just shined? It happens. But then the knockers will go, oh, yeah, but it's not the Premier League. Mate, it's hard to score goals in Italy. They've got some of the best defences in the world in Italy. Their defenders are second to none. So it's not easy to score goals there either. And certain players leave there, go there and do really well. Vlasic, to me, I'm not convinced about him yet. I'm really not. But I'm never going to write him off. I'm going to bide my time. That boy needs a season and a half, then I'll make a judgment on him and go, it was a bad buy, for the money. Or now look at him, like Fornals. We said with Fornals, now look at him. He was superb. Doesn't help that Fornals had the worst game he's ever had last week. What do you say?
Yeah. I cannot believe we have to watch this team tomorrow without Rice. Oh.
Yeah, I know. It's unusual, isn't it? It's an unusual thing.
It's one of those weird things where like I'm kind of excited to see, but not excited to watch.
I just look. I'm not Moyes' greatest fan. Do I respect what he's done since he's come in? Yeah, I do. I think he's done brilliant. He's done a great job from where we were. Absolutely great. But I'm not,
and
a big
especially
fan
with like what he has, you know, like
just,
even though West Ham, we're no tin pot fucking club, obviously, but like, I mean, we have never ever in our history we have never had anywhere close to the resources that other clubs have had, and for him to do what he's done,
fantastic
with
effort.
us, that's like, I mean, that's a 9 out of 10 performance, honestly.
It is. You know, I say, and that's why I'll say I was the first one. I didn't want it, and I remember my first thing I ever done on YouTube was with Tim and Alex. You know, on American Hammer TV, I'd done an interview with them, and Tim asked me, "What do you think of?" It weren't that long; he'd been there a while, and I said to Tim, "Mate, he weren't my choice." I said that. I didn't want him. I said,
It's
but.
like,
I did say, mate, he brought in Souček and Sofal, mate, probably the two best signings we've had for a long time. So I'm going to let it ride.
We don't even have as many resources
have you ever met Alex, Lucas? Alex. He was on that with me. He's with American Ham, but you don't see him very often. He used to help. I think he was more on the production side or whatever, or the editing side.
Oh, yes. No, I've talked to Alex before.
And I've always said that since that. To be fair to Alex, he went, no, he's the perfect manager at the time now for West Ham.
I mean, you want to know what's crazy? Even clubs like Aston Villa and Everton have, even Leicester, way more resources than we have.
A ton more. Strangely enough. Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know what. I still like to imagine, like, if Moyes had £100 million, what would he do with it?
He'd do danger with it still, trust me.
Could be a good thing or a bad thing.
Nice slide in there. Nice slide in.
Who knows?
Yeah, I hope.
The trouble is, it doesn't matter how much money you've got. It's all about attracting players too. And if you're not a Champions League club for that echelon of player, you're not getting them. Right? They play Champions League football, whether it be in Europe, whatever. That's what they do. So we're not in that market. We're not Mbappe. We're not Haaland's, right? We're not looking at that because we're not a Champions League team, and we're not good enough to be. But if you can have a consistent couple of years, 2 to 3 years of finishing Europa, you know, in that top 6, then you are attracting some great players, right? And not at the top level. And that's why I think it's important for us to be consistent this year and try and get back in the top 6.
You and know, the only way it would be
if
something.
We have a good transfer window. It's the only way
it would be something if Zuma was able to come back for Europa League and we just won the damn thing.
Yeah, that would be good. Because I weren't disappointed not getting into the Champions League last year because I thought it's going to be too hard for us. I was happy with Europa. I thought that's where we should be. Let's go, small steps.
Let's go. It's one of those things. Like, it would have been awesome to qualify for Champions League, but we would have gotten fucking smoked.
Yeah.
We had a pretty easy group too, Lucas, as well in that Europa. But we're not at that level yet. We just
I would say
can be at that level.
I would say on the eye, I didn't think our group was easy, but obviously once we started playing, we seemed to be a level above because
it was pretty comfortable.
Because Dynamo, I mean, we all know they are a well-respected Europa League team. I mean, for Christ's sake, they've beat Real Madrid and Arsenal.
Yeah.
And Rapid Vienna, they're a decent, respectable European team. And then who else? And Genk as well. Genk also a decent European reputation. But clearly, once we started playing, we were.
Some of these leagues automatically get into Europe, even though they're not that good.
Yeah.
Because the league's not that good. Celtic and Rangers do it every year, but they have to play qualifiers.
Shout out to Sheriff as well. Sheriff.
Yeah, good, were they? but their leagues are in there because their leagues are pretty poor, but they're winning them. So they need to have some representation. But
shout out to Moldova. We need a Moldovan.
Yes. And you know what? It's brilliant. What Lucas said. Like, yo, we need to learn how to crawl before we walk. And it's brilliant what Kieran said. Like, he didn't expect the Champions League. And those are two similar comments in the same situation, saying the exact same thing. It's fucking brilliant. Like that's it in a nutshell. Like, we got Europa. We got a fair group. We did well. Let's go again in March. See what happens. Like, we would have been swollen. We would have been like, yo, the Champions League teams would have like fucking swole us and then spit us out straight up. 100%.
I think it would have been enough. Yeah. No, the competition in Europa really it doesn't start till March. We've done the easy bit. We've done the easy bit. Now it starts in March.
We should have Zuma back by then.
Yep.
And hopefully we got January, and we brought in bodies that are eligible to play too. They need to be eligible to play. So who knows? We've always got a chance. And any cup competition, you've always got a chance.
Yeah, but Kieran, this is again why January is so important, not just for the Premier League, but for the Europa League as well. We bring in 2, 3, 4, 5 bodies. We're a whole different aspect to look at.
If we could get to a Europa final, and I'm not talking about winning, if we could actually get to that final, I didn't give a fuck if we finished 12th.
Yeah,
I don't care. I don't care if we finish 12th. I'd rather be in that final and come what may.
Imagine the FA Cup and the Europa final. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes. If we won the goddamn Europa League,
imagine.
I think I could die happy.
You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
And as I've said before, mate, supporters of this generation need something. I got lucky. I got lucky with, winning it in 75, winning it in 80,
1980,
a cup final, getting to a League Cup final in 81. I've been to Wembley 3 or 4 times to watch WeStHaM. These supporters these days are not getting that. They're not seeing that. They're not seeing a final. They've had one since then. We're getting that fuckers Liverpool. But they're not seeing a final or a win or a trophy. And I'd love to see it for the new generation of the last 2, 3 generations of WeStHaM football supporters. It'd be great for them. And they need to experience that to know what it's like to win a cup. It's a fabulous feeling. Don't matter about the league position then. That doesn't matter.
No, 100%.
Oh, just gotta stay positive but realistic.
It's
right
hard.
Now, we are shit.
Yeah.
I love that in one sentence. You said we better stay positive, but we are shit.
It's so true, though, isn't it? I'm fucking sucks to say, but you know what you said? I'd love to see something won in my lifetime.
WeStHaM feels like being WeStHaM feels like you're with your wife. You have 3 kids. It's like a Christian family that doesn't believe in divorces.
And you're stuck with them, whatever.
Yeah.
Forever. But that's what it is, though, isn't it? It's messed up.
I married you. We have 3 kids, but I can't divorce you.
But I wouldn't have it any other way.
We got to stay together for the kids.
I would not have it any other way, dog. I would not have it any other way.
Our 3 of us here, you can't be normal, right? Because me and Peach here didn't really have choices, but you did.
No.
So what the fuck did you sign up
for?
But
I love that even more about him. I love that even more about him. Like,
I don't even like to say. I don't even like to say it was a choice. It just kind of like happened.
You should have researched more, mate.
I should have done more research, but I did not.
You picked the best club in the world.
My WeStHaM fandom, you could probably say, is a failed school project.
Yeah, but one that's going to get a grade A when you least expect it.
Having said that, I would not want to be a Man City fan now.
Nope.
I wouldn't. That run by an All-State, right? having all the money you want, and expect to win every game and every fucking year, every time. I wouldn't want to be that. And that's the truth.
I couldn't even give you a second club I'd support, because they're just.
I know, but that's why you're West Ham through and through, dog. Like, trust me, that's why you're West Ham through and through, because of what you just said right there.
All right.
I mean,
real talk.
Ain't gonna be much longer. Go through them. You got any more comments there, Peach? You need to throw up.
Oh,
get through.
Excuse me, just eating two things. Charlie, go. And saying anyway. Where was I? Oh yeah, into this baller, mate.
He's still banging that drum. Fucking no. He's up again. Oh fuck me.
Oh,
man. Anyway, what we got? It's 20 past 2 already. Fuck's sake, man. I've got another 9 hours of game, innit?
Do apologize. My phone went all wonky. Do apologize.
What's on tap for dinner tonight, Kieran?
Yeah, let us know.
Tonight, actually, I was going to do the fillet steak, but I'm not. I've got a marinated pork steaks. I'm doing that.
I love a bit of pork, you know.
Yeah, I've heard you like be a bit porked. I mean, you like a bit of pork.
Oh, fuck off, you cunt. No. Honestly, joking aside. I like a bit of pork tenderloin with some like Dijon mustard and some teriyaki.
See, there we go again. There we go again. Charlie pops up with one comment.
I know. Straight food.
Trust me. Charlie was the bomb. Trust me.
He really has got some black witchcraft magic, doesn't he?
Yes. Oh, we're black magic things, doc. It's like he pulls up in the comments and it's like we just start talking about like food and shit, like straight up.
He is something.
No, you know what I haven't tried though? Yo, Karen, let me know if you tried this. You know, like you get jerk chicken, like the Caribbean thing. Then have you ever tried like jerk pork? I've never tried jerk pork, but I've tried jerk chicken.
I've never really eaten much of the Caribbean jerk chicken.
Oh, it's lovely, dog. It's lovely. If you get it right, it's nice out, man.
Good report.
Are you a spice guy? Are you a spice guy?
Hell yeah. What about Karen? Are you a spice guy?
Yeah, I love. I mean, I'm a curry guy. I love curries and I love spices. Yeah, I think I'd like it. I'm just not done it. Don't know why.
Oh, you love it. You love it. It's just like a dry, like rub on the meat there. Like you love it, man. And oh, trust me, we just got this restaurant that opened up.
I just done chicken wings last night. Chicken wings in a Javanese sambal sauce.
Ooh. What?
Dope. Yeah, that was nice. That was tasty. Very tasty.
A Salbanese. What's Salbanese? Like, where's that from?
Javanese. In Java. From Java.
Javanese. My bad. I thought you said Salbanese.
Southeast Asia. It was a chili. It's like chili sauce, but a sweet chili. It weren't a hot chili. I think
a hot sweet chili. Wow.
Yeah, I love spicy shit.
Me too, dog.
Like I love ghost pepper sauce. Ugh. Love it.
Ghost pepper sauce is so dope. The Reaper pepper sauce is so dope. Like, yo, you just have to know how to like. You don't douse it with it. You just like put it on for like accents and love it. Like, trust me, man.
Peach, you would love this. I did a little experimenting the other day. I put some ghost pepper sauce in some Chef Boyardee like ravioli.
Love it.
It was fantastic.
Love it. I believe you. Because you know me and Chef Boyardee, like you and Chef Boyardee, we get along like brethren. Like, trust me. What kind of Chef Boyardee was it though? Was it the meateroni? Was it the spaghetti and meatballs?
It was the beefaroni.
I knew it. Trust me. Yeah, bomb. I could have that all day long, man. Honestly, man. And the ravioli is my second favorite. Like the beefaroni, and then like ravioli is the shit. Like even spaghetti and meatballs. Like I know it's mystery meat, but it tastes good.
Kieran, what's your favorite kind of meat pie?
Good question.
I just love the steak pie. I used to when I was young. I loved the steak and kidney many years ago. That was probably my go-to steak and kidney. If you like that, I just like a nice chunky steak. I rather that than a mince.
Like with the L sauce in it or no?
It doesn't bother me. I think the pastry is really important when you get a good meat pie.
Like with the suet in there.
I like good pastry, mate, from a good baker's. And yeah, our bakers weren't bad across the road. It's just shut down for some mad reason. We don't know. So I've lost my bakers.
No, fucking hell.
Yeah, not happy. Not happy.
But like when you get the pie, you get like the suet with it or no?
No, most of the Australian pies are all pastry. They're not suet pies.
Same here. I know, same here. You can only get that shit back home. It fucking sucks, man. Same here. Same here. Same here. Same here, man. And Lawrence, you love the suet. You love the suet, Lucas.
You might tell me or not. When was it? I must have been in Miami, I think. I tried that grits once. What the fuck is that?
I'm not a big grits guy.
It was disgusting. What was it? I don't even know what was eating.
It's air. You're eating air, dog.
It's a mix. It's just a mix. It's a mix of a bunch of bullshit. It's a science project, basically.
It is. It is. Lucas just nailed it, and that's why Wally was like, "You got to put like tons of black pepper on it and tons of butter on it to even taste anything."
I didn't know what was eating.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah, do you guys like Spam?
This guy.
Huh?
Do you guys like Spam?
No, hate it. Hate it. Yeah, no. I like corned beef. I like corned beef. I like tinned ham, but I don't like Spam. Straight up.
No.
Like that's a huge thing in Hawaii. That's like that's a delicacy to them. Is Spam?
I know.
You bloody shit ever.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You have some like Hereford corned beef, or like you have some of that. You have some like tinned ham on a proper like English Sunday salad. Like it's the bomb. With some Heinz salad cream and shit. That's the bomb. But it's like no Spam. Spam's a knockoff of a knockoff. That's like getting a knockoff Rolex. That's like a knockoff Rolex. Like real talk. It's no, it went from Rolex to Wolex to like Solex. I'm not buying a Solex. I might buy a Wolex if I can't afford a Rolex, but I'm not buying a Solex. Straight up.
You're gonna have a Solex on while eating your jerk chicken?
No, because if you have a Solex on, the only thing you're eating is Spam, dog. Straight up. So it's like, no, run them ways. You know that, dog. This guy's Mr. Smarty Pants. Flipping hell, you know what I'm talking about.
I find it. I think I love gnocchi, right? Love gnocchi.
No, I mean with the cheese, the cheese and the pasta.
No, yes, I don't do not with the cheese, with the meat, just in meat. No, a gnocchi's got no meat in it, but with a minced sauce, right?
The cheese and pasta, dog.
I've had it as well with just olive oil. Man, I went to a food festival there, and the Italian place there had this gnocchi, man. It was one of the best things I've ever tasted. It was beautiful.
No, I agree.
The trouble is with that, it's very hard for me where I am here to get it fresh. You're not getting it. Let's say you go to an Italian restaurant, and I'm not allowed in restaurants at the moment.
Me neither, dog.
Exactly. So I can't, but I did love it. If you get it from a supermarket or whatever, it's just
it's just like frozen shit.
It's just very average.
Yeah,
but I did like it, mate. I did love gnocchi.
I love some seafood. I love seafood.
Oh, don't even go there, dog.
You like it here, then, Lucas? You do well here, mate. Fucking hell, there's plenty of seafood.
I love shrimp. I love prawns.
Oh, come on for a bit. Like crayfish.
I love sushi as well. I love sushi.
Yes. Keep it coming, dog. Alaskan crab, stone crab, soft shell crab. You ever had soft shell crab, Lucas?
No, but obviously, or not obviously, but Maryland is like home of blue crabs. Like we eat crabs all year round.
Yeah. Soft shell crab, though, they're like little crabs.
We eat all kinds of crabs. Like crab cakes are probably the most popular, but everyone loves getting crabs, boiling them at home, eating them on Sunday or whatnot.
Yo, where I know it's Maryland, but whereabouts in Maryland is it? Are you at
Annapolis?
And that came on some shit I was watching today. I forget what the fuck it was, but it came on some shit I was watching today. Oh my days! I'm gonna go back and try to research my history and find it. But it came Maryland, Annapolis, and it was this so-called thing took place where you live, and it was dope.
Yeah,
it was dope,
our
man.
Naval Academy is in Annapolis.
Oh, it might have been something like that. Still, I can't remember that.
Page, the last time I had crabs, I had to go to the doctor.
Yeah, because you were itching your freaking balls. Stop, this guy. Oh my days.
No, he just had an allergic reaction.
Yeah, reaction. Yeah, red pine your testicles, man. How do you mean? How do you mean this guy? Last time I had crabs, they were delicious. And they were like Krabby Bill's, this place in Florida. Oh, you get a bucket of crabs. Do you have Krabby Bill's where you live? Because it's the dopest restaurant ever. Oh, you're missing out, man. You're missing out. It's the whole, you sit at the picnic table, and the whole picnic table's drawn out and plastic.
Crabs are expensive here, man. It's like a
These
real.
are cheap, Doc. These are cheap.
Yeah, because you're getting them shitty crabs. We got them.
I don't give a fuck. I'm still eating the crabs, Doc. And they deck out the whole picnic table in plastic or whatever, and then you get the bucket of crabs, and you're just yo, you got so much mess on that table at the end of the night, and it's what, $20 done, and you ate a bucket full of crabs each. Dog.
I could pick crabs for hours.
Oh, me too, dog. That's me. I can pick them, eat them. Oh my days!
I'll get a bit fed up of how messy they are to fucking get at it. I like it when
That's why people are just fuck it, let me get a crab cake.
No.
Karen, that's why a lot of people just say, fuck it, give me a crab cake.
No way. The crab cake's too easy. That's an easy option. Dog. No, thank you.
What do you think, I like that.
Easy option. Easy option.
There's a lot of people that actually they'll pick 6 or 7 crabs and they just collect all the meat and just make it a crab cake.
That'd be nice. No, I like that. I like the idea of that. Someone else does the hard work.
That actually does sound pretty dope. That does sound pretty dope.
I think the most popular crab here in Australia is a mud crab. They live in the mangroves in the mud, around that mud and all that. And I went crabbing for them a few times, and
are prawns the most popular seafood?
Yeah, they are here in Australia, especially at Christmas. Everyone here in Australia has prawns on Christmas Day. Everyone.
Yeah, but Lucas, you know what? And I ain't even playing with you because
I can eat fucking shrimp all day, every day.
I'm sure you can, dog. I'm sure you can, but I'm showing you something, dog, you don't even know about. And if you do, kudos to you, dog. But in Australia, they have bugs. They have bugs that have the same consistency, same texture, same thing as crab.
What are they called?
It's half the price. And it's molten crabs, whatever they're called, molten bugs. And they get these things, dog, and they're bugs. But they taste like crab, look like crab, smell like crab, everything crab.
They're probably more, they look more, they don't look like, but there's something more, they're a crustacean. They're just like another lobster. Yeah. They call them Moreton Bay bugs here. And the meat in it's lovely. It's a bit more like lobster, I'd say, and crayfish.
Yeah, but it's half the price, and
that's something I haven't had yet that I've been waiting to try. It's big in the South, crawfish.
Which one?
Yeah, that would be dope. We call it crayfish, but that shit would be dope.
Yeah, we call it crawfish, but it's
crayfish. I know, but back east side, we call it crayfish, dog. Crayfish is same cray, craw, cray, tomato. But it's yo, man, same shit, dog. Trust me, man. Trust me.
Yeah. See, all the New Zealanders I've known, when they're over there in New Zealand, they've got fantastic seafood too, and their freshwater crayfish, they reckon is twice as good as lobster.
100%, just to taste alone.
I reckon it's absolutely beautiful.
Yep.
Lobster's just got a name. But lobster's nice.
Lobster used to be like cockroaches in the sea. Now they're fucking princesses of the sea, dog. Just, like real talk,
big,
man.
but they're big.
Yeah.
Like these crayfish are massive.
Yeah. No, I hear you, dog.
There's a lot of meat in them. It's easy to get at with a crayfish and a lobster. You just cut it down the middle. You know what I mean? Boil it up and cut it down.
Not a lot of people like crabs because it takes a hot minute to get to where what you want.
Especially small crabs.
I find crabs taste better, like regardless. Like lobsters are kind of like tasteless to me.
We don't really mess with like small crabs over here. It's usually
like big things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we call them jumbos.
So, have you ever had that king crab that I've seen them programs about them going for? What's that like?
Yeah, but they are so expensive. Like, oh my god! Really? If you're not fishing for them, you would probably a king crab at a restaurant here would probably be like $40 bucks. Like, because it is ginormous.
It's big, isn't it? It's massive.
We pay double that or triple that just because it's not close to us. You know what I mean? So like your 40 turns into like 120 for ours, dog.
See, that's why I think I would love Australia and the shrimp, because I feel like the shrimp is kind of cheap because there's so much shrimp.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I found the crabs cheap in Florida still.
Like, I don't know what exchange rate is, but you're probably, for king prawns here, you'll probably pay about $30 a kilo.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that sounds heavenly.
Is that cheap? I don't know what the American dollar, what that means, but it'd be about $30 a kilo.
I could work with that.
Yeah.
I might eat it all in one sitting, but I can work with that.
100, man.
You know, I love peeling shrimp too. I could peel shrimp all day.
But you eat it like with the peels on? Sometimes I do, dog. Like, I mean, straight up, I'll eat it with the peels on.
And I forget to peel it off. Yeah.
I'd rather go to a restaurant with a top when you can get a topless waitress peeling them for you. That's really nice.
Listen, the topless waitress could like feed them to me, like full on like peels and all on them, dog. And I wouldn't have to tip the bitch. Like straight up, I'll take them things all day long, man. How do you mean? No, but I like the crunch, dog. I like the crunch, man. I like the crunch. Like,
all the islanders here, they eat the heads as well. They'll eat the
me
heads.
too. Me too. 100. That's where the taste is from, dog. That's where the taste is from, dog.
No, it's not normal, but no.
No, but it's real. It's real. Yo, you suck them heads, dog. Like, that's some dope shit. I don't business. It's like when you eat like bone, when you eat marrow, you like suck the shit. Like if you eat like curry goat and you suck the shit out of like the curry goat bones, like where the marrow is. You never tasted no flavor like that.
Marrow's different. Marrow's different. Fucking sucking the brains out of a fucking prawn head. Jesus.
No, but it's the same thing when you're eating jerk chicken. When you eat jerk chicken, it's like you get the bones and you start eating like the ends of the bones and things and sucking like the marrow out of the bones.
No, I love the marrow.
That's what the flavor is, dog. That's what the flavor is, man. Trust me, you can ask anybody.
Right then, Logan, here's a question. One that Charlie will probably ask you. When do you devein the prawn?
Come again? Oh, you have to, because that's the shit. Of course you do. That's the shit. That's the doo-doo. That's the doo-doo.
A little shit track out the back of it, on his back. Do you pull that out?
You don't want to eat the doo-doo. I'm not eating the doo-doo. I'll eat the fucking egg, but I won't eat the doo-doo. No way.
I've never fished and caught prawn, but I've had it before, and it hasn't come with the shit on it.
Oh no, I've caught them, and like you gotta take that shit off, dog. You gotta take, because it's literally shit hard in the pond. It is literally shit, dog.
You sit there, but some people devein it, right, and take the shit track out of it, and some people don't.
No, but you have to. It's fucking shit, dog. But you're gonna eat shit? No, thank you.
You'll never notice it. You'll never notice it. But,
well, I mean,
yeah, you notice it. You notice it, dog. You'll notice it, dog.
Don't listen.
Kieran's winding you up right now, dog. Kieran's winding you up full 100. Don't listen.
No, I'm not winding
you. It reminds me.
Yeah,
It reminds me
simple to see that. Look at Frankie. Pause. See, he knows what I'm talking about, dog.
Lots of people just
Frankie, you're a G. Don't listen to these youths, man.
Kieran, I know what you're saying because with crabs over here, when people pick crabs, they'll like, so the inside of it, there's like this mustardy type stuff, and like a lot of people don't like that like mustard taste or texture that's in the crab, which is it's not shit, but like
it's not shit, but it is shit.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
like,
what the fuck is
I don't wipe the mustard off. I eat it with the crab meat. So I get what you're saying.
Yo, y'all are tripping me out, man. Don't eat the shit. Just enjoy the seafood. Don't eat the shit.
If my dog eats shit, why can't I?
Yo, you have the choice. That's why you dingbat. I don't eat the shit, dog. You have the choice. Come on.
I've done it many times, Peach. I've just peeled it and went, fuck deveining it. I'll just fucking eat it.
Yeah, but you would, because you'll never know the difference. I'm giving up on you, dog. I still have hope for Lucas, dog. Straight up. It's like, don't eat the shit, dog. Straight up.
There was these two fish in a tank, right?
Yeah.
And one said to the other, how the fuck do you drive this thing then? Wait.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. That's like a... No, stop it. Stop it, Karen. Stop it.
Sunshine all the while.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Oh, no. Man. I want seafood now.
This is what he hears shit. This boy hears shit. Now he wants seafood. See what you've done to him? You corrupt him, dog. Like, yo, you can't do them things. Forget about the shit, dog. Like, yo.
I also love salmon. I love salmon.
You like salmon?
I love salmon.
No, salmon's good. Salmon's good. Salmon's good, dog.
Not salmon.
So I don't like. So I've never had tuna because like over here in America, like everything tuna is like canned tuna. I think it's repulsive and disgusting. Yeah. But I think I would like a fresh tuna like out of the ocean.
Yeah.
If you're a seafood fan, you would. Yeah, you would. Yeah.
I cannot do canned tuna. It's disgusting.
No, fresh tuna is sick. Like if you go to the grocery stores here, you get a fresh tuna steak and you just like sear that like one side, two sides.
And like I like fresh tuna in my sushi.
You love it, man.
It's really good.
Yeah, you love it, then. Yeah.
Oh,
no, I don't want a tin of tuna, but it's tuna in olive oil, right? I like that. Get a tin of tuna with olive oil. And just mix it up with some salad, right? And just eat it like that. I like that. It's quite nice.
I like the baby clams. The baby clams like cockles and that. I like cockles with some like
clams are great.
Yeah, some cockles and some like salt and vinegar upon them.
Mussels are fantastic.
Dope.
I like oysters called Patrick. Do they call them that there in America, Lucas?
No.
Called Patrick,
you like mussels?
The oyster, yeah, okay. I'm not.
I love a good garlic mussel. Oh,
I like the oyster. Right, well, Kilpatrick means it's got bacon on it and Worcestershire sauce.
You were telling me about this before, Karen. I remember
we do. The popular thing here is oyster and like Tabasco sauce.
I like that too.
We use Worcestershire and bacon, right? And then they've got an oyster Mornay, which is that with cheese on it. Which
I like that. And then the oyster Rockefeller type shit. I like that too.
Yeah. So like we have a thing called an oyster shooter, and that's just like an oyster with cocktail sauce.
I've seen that here too. Yeah, I've seen that here. Not gonna be.
See, that doesn't surprise me. Frankie, like he get fresh tuna steaks every week. That does not surprise me. That does not, because there's so much like protein in that. Like that does not surprise me for like what he does, like working out at the gym and boxing and things. That does not surprise me.
I do have a rule. If I am on the coast, right, that's the only time I really eat seafood, when I'm on the coast.
No, I get that.
You know, and I don't normally eat seafood.
I go by the same. I go by the same thing basically, like in America. Like it's almost the same thing. Actually, it's it's the same take with pizza. So like in America, the rule of thumb is don't eat pizza if you're not on the East Coast.
Word up, I hear that.
New York, Jersey, Pennsylvania, they have the best pizza. And that's like the same with seafood. Like if you're not in if you're not in Maryland, Virginia, Florida, California,
makes sense.
Like Maine,
you expect the seafood to be better and fresher. And I was going by that rule. Whether it's right all the time, no. But
like, are you gonna have lobster in Wyoming?
No.
Yeah, exactly. Go and get a beef steak there, mate. Go and get a steak when you're in Wyoming.
It's almost like, are you gonna have pizza in London? Like, no, I'm not gonna have pizza in London.
No.
Even though there are certain restaurants that are known for what they're known for, you know, and you know, when you get into cities, but I like it. It has to be fresh in it, because there's a couple of nice places on the Gold Coast here where it's basically where the trawlers come in, and they'll have a seafood place there, right? And you walk into it, and it's all laid out on the chilled ice. So you pick the piece of fish you want, and they'll cook it for you, whether you want it crumbed, battered, or just fried. So you pick and it's fresh from the trawlers. Beautiful, yeah. So you know it's bloody.
Oh, Frankie, really, scallops are great too. Scallops.
I love scallops, dog. Love scallops.
Scallops.
Eat them, mate. Love a scallop, mate. Love it.
Yeah, scallops are dope.
Anyway, I won't be fucking eating seafood tonight, so fuck it. It's pork steaks, and that's it.
Fucking, I think I'm going for a chicken shawarma, dog. It's still like what they got. They close in like an hour and 15 minutes, dog. So, yo, I might be rolling through this.
Still, fuck me, my battery's nearly out, so we're gonna have to shoot anyway, boys.
All right, mate.
All right, boy.
Fucking tomorrow. What time is the match tomorrow?
3 o'clock UK time. 1 o'clock in the morning for me.
10 o'clock my time, then flipping hell.
Fucking lucky you.
Oh, I know. Fry up and in the match. I know. I love it.
I've got till 1 in the morning, for fuck's sake. And then start till 3 to watch it. Lucky. Pain in the ass.
Well, you know what it is? It's like it's a beautiful night. It's like, what, in the next hour I'll get a chicken shawarma. I have that, devour that, go to sleep, wake up, fucking be 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Yo, get the bacon out, get the mushrooms out, black pudding out, beans out, eggs out, everything out. Fried, like the bread for the fried sides, cook them things up, bing bang boss. Have the breakfast at like 9:30, bang. Match starts at 10. And we better do these bastards in, man. Honestly, if we don't do these bastards in, like,
let's finish off then. I reckon we're losing 2-1. Lucas,
no,
what do you think?
Shut up. I'm not listening.
What do you think the lineup's going to be tomorrow, Kieran?
I don't give two shits, but I'll tell you this, Lucas.
I'll tell you what the lineup
let me just say this. Paddy Kenny, remember the goalkeeper? I think he used to play for like Sheffield United. Paddy Kenny. Mm-hmm. Paddy Kenny came out and he said, the referee against us last match against Southampton, he said that was going to cost us a Champions League spot. And he said the way the referees have been refereeing the matches against West Ham have been absolute ludicrous. So I want to see a change in refereeing against us, not all going against us. I want to see a good lineup, and we have to win tomorrow. If we don't win tomorrow, it's c'est la vie. It's c'est la vie. We have to win tomorrow, man. Honestly. Now go on with your lineups. I apologize, like, going up, but I fucking needed to, dog, because I'm pissed off, man.
No. I've been pissed off ever since that Southampton game, but yeah, I think what the lineup I think Moyes will do, and the lineup I would like to do. I would put Areola in, but he won't. So it's going to be Fabianski. And then it's going to be Soufal, it's going to be Dawson Diop, and I think Johnson. Get Masuaku out of there, all right? And then I'd like to see Souček, Krau, Lanzini. But I think he'll put Noble in. but I think I'd like to see Kral, Suchek, and Lanzini. And then I'd have Tony on the right, Bowen in the middle, Vlasic on the interchangeable. All right? Whatever way they want to work it. That's the lineup I'd like to see. What he will do, I don't know. Ben Rama will be on the bench for me, and so would Fornals.
I think I'll do the same. What I would like to see, I'd like to see Areola, Sufal, Dawson, Diop, Johnson.
Beautiful.
I would like to see a midfield three of
That's what I want.
Suchek, Kral, and Fornals.
Oh, interesting.
Then I would like to see Vlasic, Antonio, Bowen up top. But this is what I think. This is what I think Moyes will do. I think he'll go the. I actually do think he's gonna start Areola tomorrow. I don't know why. I think he's going to.
I hope he does, just because of the fixtures that come in thick and fast.
His tendencies say otherwise, but I think he's going to give Areola his debut in the Premier League tomorrow. I mean, I think he's going to go Areola. He might put Johnson at right back and Sufal at left back, but both of them are going to play. Both of them are going to play. Dawson, Diop, of course, and I think he's going to do Suchek, Noble, and then I think he's going to start. I think he's going to start Benrahma, Antonio, Bowen.
Yeah, more than likely.
What I think Moyes is going to do is this. Moyes is going to have Fabianski in goal. He's going to have Masuaku on the left. He's going to have Sufal on the right. He's going to have Diop and Dawson in the middle. He's going to have Suchek, and he's going to have Kral. And then I think you're going to see 4-2. Then I think you're going to see Benrahma, Bowen, and Fornals with Vlasic up top. That's what I think's going. That's what I think Moyes is going to do.
Kieran, you're going 2-1 Watford.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, what I don't think Moyes will do, and this is what I want Areola in goal. I want Johnson on the right. I want Masuaku on the left. I want Diop and Dawson in the middle. I want Suchek, Kral, and Lanzini. And then, so that's 4-3, and then another 3. And then I want Vlasic, Bowen, and Lanzini. That's me. That's
I'm gonna
me.
go.
That's
I will clarify that though with Lucas. If he picked the team that
that's me.
I think
my
we
team
could
will fucking win, dog. I don't business.
If he picks the team I think he's gonna pick, I think we'll lose it.
I'm gonna go.
I don't know. I don't. He knows what he's doing, and we don't.
I think I'm gonna go because Watford's defending is shit, and we do have the quality. I'm gonna go with another. I'm gonna go with another 3-2 West Ham.
I'm going 4-0. Straight up. Remember where you heard it first. You see me? Remember where you heard it first, dog.
Please don't say that, mate.
Remember where you heard it first. 4-0.
I've heard Lucas's mate, Mr. Beaver, played that 50 times. I think he's been right once.
No, I don't. Listen. Kieran, you know me. I don't give a fuck if we win 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, whatever, 2-1. I don't give a fuck. But I'm just saying, I hope we win 4-0 just to give them a fucking patience.
If we turn up and we all play our best, it could be because they are shit at the back. We can get at them. Same as Southampton. Yeah. They weren't that good. And we conceded 3 against them. They're not that good, mate. There's no reason why we couldn't have scored.
I'm gonna go with Antonio. I think Antonio scores a brace, and
I hope he does.
Bowen scores.
Take that.
Oh, any day of the week.
Be nice to see Vlasic get off the fucking mark, wouldn't it?
Oh, nice. Yes, please. Just to shut up a few people, man. That would be beautiful to see.
Just give him a bit of credit and a bit of confidence and a boost. That would be nice.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see, mate. It's a tough game, though. It's a tough game. All games at the moment.
Are we at home?
Yeah.
No,
I was just going to say that.
We're away, aren't we?
Yep.
Vicarage Road, eh?
Yep.
Yeah, it's at Vicarage Road. Yeah, it's tough, man. I'm going to say, on paper, to me, Southampton should have been an easier game than Watford.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
And it wasn't, and that's the worrying part of it.
Yeah,
but I know because
yep. Darren England is our ref tomorrow.
Sure, babe. We'll see. I'm more worried about the VAR ref. They're the ones that seem to be fuckers at lately. But
they're stupid, aren't they? They're stupid.
But like I said, you can't expect to blame VAR or referees when you play that bad against Southampton. It's about the performance.
No, you're right. I agree with that.
But let's hope Southampton brought what they did against us to Tottenham tomorrow.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Tottenham are playing at St. Mary's Park.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what'll happen. Tottenham will beat them 3-0. And they'll show you where we are and where Tottenham are at the moment. You heard it here first, Peach.
I hear you. I hear you.
A complete guess. That's a guess. Wouldn't have a clue. But I'm going to tell you,
you're going to get that right, too. You're going to get that right, too, you bastard. You're going to get that right, too. You watch. You're going to get that right. All
right. My phone's just about to die, boys. Great to chat, yeah, as always.
All right.
We'll catch up again, Peachy.
Yes, sir. We'll end it there. Lucas, big up. Karen, big up.
Talk to you whenever. Around the traps, boys.
Around the traps and the traps around. Don't know.
Yes.